Hello, everybody, and thank you for jumping in tonight. We are on to episode 16 of the Movie Club. I'm really excited to keep this going and meeting new people out in the community or getting to know them better. Some people have been following. So thank you, everybody that's joining in live tonight, or whether you're catching a replay of this. I appreciate any time that you spend with this. So I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to go ahead and I'm really excited tonight. This is a couple that I've been following for a while. Really excited to have them onto the show, onto my channel. They're ones that I think they've been very interesting to follow with anything from watch-alongs to horror discussions, reviews, and kind of a news format review of things that are going on out in the horror community, in the movie community. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll bring them on out here. We got AJ and Kristie of In Love with Horror. How we doing?
What's up?
Good.
What's up, everybody? Yeah, we're doing
you.
really good. Yeah, thank you for having us on.
I think right before we started talking, we were talking about dogs in the family, and I think I have one that's trying to jump in on the show here, so I apologize for that. The family's playing with him and heard some barking along there, so sorry.
We understand. Trust us. Our dog, he barks, he talks a lot.
Yeah, he does.
Yep.
So I've really loved following you. I know I'm not going to even claim to be a longtime follower, but I have been for quite a while, but long enough to, when I started following you and started reaching out about maybe doing, having you come on a live stream, I was like, oh, this would be so cool. They're at a point where I could like congratulate them at almost being at 1,000 subscribers, but you guys had different thoughts on that whole deal and blew past that. And so I'll say belated congratulations on hitting 1K, but you've gone way past that since we started talking.
You.
So that's awesome.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes,
It's been crazy. Yeah, the last few months, like it definitely jumped a lot. Obviously, there's always a ton of room to grow, a ton of improvements to make. But it's been a fun ride. So appreciate that for sure.
No, absolutely. So the last time I looked, 1.3K is what it says on your website right now. And that's just awesome. Like I said, when I started following you, I can't remember where it was at, but it was under 1,000. And that's just got to be a great feeling that, that hard work, the things that you're putting into the channel, it's paying off and you're seeing the growth from it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we definitely work hard.
Yeah, it takes a lot. I tell you, and she'll tell you, even, going to work and, trying to get home so you can make it in time for a video or a live stream or whatever the case may be. Yeah. And then, you're trying to take care of a family as well. It is a lot of extra work. And it's one of those things where, you got to have fun doing it, which is, why we do horror, because we have fun talking about it. Because otherwise, you're really doing it just for the sake of having fun and talking with the community. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? There's no other aspect to it. So that's the joy of it, just getting online, talking, sharing our opinion about, the horror scene, horror movies, and getting to collaborate with people like you and, talk about horror. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I got to say, when I'm watching you, I gotta up my game a little bit with my background, because I think your setup, I always like that. Every time the first time I saw you, it was one of your movie. It was like the horror news report type of setup that you had, and it was how you're setting right now, and I'm like, man, I gotta get a setup like that. I love it.
It's funny you say that, because I tell her, I was like, oh, we got to get some more stuff, you always look up to other people on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh man, their setups are cool. So I'm looking at mine, I'm like, we got a lot of stuff we still got to add on to the back. But no, we appreciate that. It's a work in progress. There's a lot of things we want to add and do to make it even more fun. But it's a cool little setup.
Yeah. No. But when we first started, it was very basic, right? It was just our cameras were in our faces. We did 2 different computer webcams. He had a webcam, I had a webcam. It was right here in our face. It was super grainy. Yeah.
Yeah. It was rough, but you got to start somewhere.
Start somewhere.
It's all progression.
I know, and I got a long ways to go myself, so I appreciate you taking the time to jump on, a small little channel like mine. But it's true, like you said, where I finally got a couple nudges where it was just like, well, if you're gonna do it, just do it. Just jump out there, no matter what, you're going to progress from it. But if you wait till you're going to be perfect with it, you're not going to ever do it. So it's just like, get out there, just start doing it, and you'll just kind of level up as you go and work at things as you go. So yeah, I got to do something with my playing background. So, but no, I love it. You look so professional how you have it all set up. And by the way, I love your logo, your neon light logo. Of, In Love with Horror back there too. So
that was a cool. I don't even know how I came up with that idea, but then I found like one of those like custom neon sign makers, and she actually didn't even know I had got it.
No, he surprised me with it.
Oh, check this out. And she's like, what the heck?
No, I love it. So it's a great logo to begin with, but then to have it as a neon sign, like right there between you when you're doing your shows, I think it's cool. I really like that.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. So not to take away from our conversation here real quick, but I know we got some people jumping in the chat real quick. If you don't mind, we'll kind of roll through some of those a little bit. Then I wouldn't mind hitting some chat, some questions I might have for you. And then eventually, I know people make fun of me, but eventually we'll get around to the movie that we're going to talk about for tonight. But we got Monkey in here saying greeting, Wilkie and your guests. The film tour. Oh, seeing the film Tourist Trap. What location would they hate for this to take place at if it ever happened in real life?
Oh.
Would they hate this to take place at? I mean, I honestly feel like what they chose in that movie, and we'll probably get into it. Like, really well, because we've done some road trips. In fact, we did a massive one.
Yeah,
and we've had to stop at some real sketchy gas stations.
Oh man!
So I feel like the context of this, it's almost perfect.
It's hilarious because as I was watching it, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, either that or like thinking about like the movie like Vacancy, right? Where some weird sketchy motel or hotel.
Oh
yeah,
yeah. So my kids are older. One's out of the house. One's almost out of the house. But we took a lot of trips with our kids, a lot of road trips. And so when I was watching this, I was thinking of some places too, where we pulled in. We're like, you guys are thirsty or need the bathroom? And we pull in here. It's like, do you really have to go? You're kind of like, can we try to go down the road a little bit further?
I'm looking at the gas tank. Like, hey, look, the light just came on. I don't know how many more miles the next gas station is. You pull off and the street lights aren't working. The gas station lights aren't working. There's
nobody's around.
And you're like
one sketchy person at the checkout counter, and you're just like, I don't know about this, but I think we've all had some of those. But that's like a perfect setting. Like we'll get into it later, but that's a perfect setting for a horror movie. It's got you on your edge. But we got What's Johnny watching here saying, "What's up, cool kids?
What's up?"
Jane Doe Latte would say hi, Mom. Say hello, Corey, and In Love with Horror in chat. Hope everyone is having a great day. We affectionately call her Mom. She is a good friend of mine, his mom. But gotta kind of throw that out there. I always joked around about it. We did that with my mom too. Growing up, we were a very small rural community, and she would substitute teach in the school, and it was always kind of funny because she would come in, and somebody that didn't know her or wasn't around there would be in the school, and there'd be me and then like 20 other kids that walk by and say, hi, Mom. And, they'd look at her and be like, how many kids do you have? But all the friends, we all just called each other's parents Mom and Dad kind of a thing. But did that one, saying hi to everybody. I'll try to run through these quick. Hey, Holland, jumping in here. Corey and In Love with Horror.
What's up?
Saying hi, Holland. So sorry, I'm still getting used to this. I'm a little clunky about getting through the chat, but Mika.
We're learning StreamYard too.
Oh, I know. Mika. Love Mika. She's always Mika and Kira are both big supporters, so always love seeing them out there. Yep. Saying hi to Lady Jane, saying hi to each other. I'll run through these, but I always love seeing everybody jumping out here. This is the main reason I think I gravitate more to the live streams than pre-recorded, is I like having this.
Being able to talk. Yeah, I got that.
The interaction.
Yeah. Like the instant feedback. Hey, Huck, how we doing? Hey, Corey and Groovy Chatters.
What's up?
Thanks for joining in. Saying hi to each other. Run through some of these quick. I fall behind on these so fast because I don't want to neglect you both either. So, but
oh no, you're fine. It's all good.
You got Mel in the house. My killer podcast. I can't talk. Yo, what up, everybody? Mel,
Hello.
thank you.
What's going on?
She's awesome. Saying hi to everybody. Got Dell in the house. Dell on movies.
Hey,
What's up?
Dell.
What up? What up?
I was lucky enough
at our
to
last watch along.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cool.
When we did our Sinister watch along. Mm-hmm.
I did a little meetup with a group of YouTubers, and I was lucky enough to meet up with him and did a little
cool.
movie shopping. So that was cool. Hopefully I can do that again sometime soon, but he's a good guy.
That's awesome.
Saying, what's up, Huck? Dell. Everybody loves Dell. And Mel, too. Dell and Mel. We got Tony in here saying hi to everybody. Good evening. We got Jeff in here. John Doe Juggalo. Jeff, how we doing? So when I was saying hi to Mom, and that's his mom.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's what's fun. You get to meet people out in this and start getting to know them a little bit better and recognize their names when they're popping up.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we did a meetup recently. We went and watched
Alien.
Alien when they did the re-release in the theater. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
I wanted to do that so bad. There was a couple more showings around me, but I don't know if I'll be able to get out to see it, but that would be cool to see on a big screen.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was something special.
We've had a couple, it's kind of cool with some of the theaters around us. And maybe it's the same with you too, but they'll do some of those classic screenings where they'll just do like 2 nights a month and they'll just do a couple older movies. And so last year I was really excited. I got to go out and see They Live on the big screen.
Oh, that's
So,
cool. Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
But there was like so many I wanted to go see. So coming up this year, there was Alien. I don't know if I'll get out to see that or not, but a few more rolling up to Halloween. They have the original Nightmare on Elm Street they're going to be showing. So I want to get out and see
That's
that.
dope.
That's going to be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool theater experience.
Yeah.
Yep. Nightmare on Elm Street and I think the original Halloween, which would be pretty cool too.
Oh, that would be
Okay,
cool
yeah,
too.
that'd be cool.
Yeah. So running through here quick here. Saying
Yeah, we
hi
just
to
recently watched Alien, and then we watched the Hereditary IMAX release. That was awesome. Yeah, that was really cool.
I have
think
not
what's
watched that yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
man.
I know.
you gotta see that.
That's
That
a good one.
That is a good one. Even just outside of it being a horror film, it's just a great film in general. Yeah.
I'll write it down. I have my little notepad and paper. I always joke. I always have to have that. I always come away with some suggestions after a stream. But I never have a stream without having one movie brought up that somebody's like, you haven't seen that? How could you have not seen that before? There's, like you said, with kids, family, pets, everything, it's hard to fit everything in there. And
It's so much out, especially right now. I feel like it's like you're like overwhelmed with different options of things. And it's really hard to keep up with everything.
It is so.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. There's only so many hours in a day and you got to sleep sometime in there too, So.
Yeah.
And now that every studio has their own streaming service.
Right. Yeah.
They're all releasing original movies and shows. Like, it's hard.
Yep.
It's hard.
Oh, Johnny's got to give me a hard time now. He says, that plain background, Corey, you're going to be putting up that Killer Clowns poster when it arrives. I didn't order that. I saw you showing yours off, but he was posting some pictures about he just got in his Killer Clowns steelbook and poster from
cool.
Scream Factory. So
okay, nice. Was it like a
little?
It was like a 4K release or something?
Yeah, I believe so.
Steelbook?
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe so. I just have the old regular Blu-ray of that one. So I think that's what I have to pick and choose things I get. I can't get everything.
Oh yeah.
Hey, those steelbooks aren't cheap either.
No. Well, heck, they don't even have to be steelbooks. There's some of those like Shout Factory and Scream Factory or some of that level, just a Blu-ray, nothing, no steelbook or anything. And some of those to me are still pretty pricey. And I gotta pick and choose as I go through those.
Absolutely.
Got Dell saying go Knicks. Maybe they're playing tonight. I guess I don't know for sure.
Yeah, we don't follow it either.
I don't follow sports.
But I know the playoffs and stuff is going on.
So. I know NBA playoffs and Stanley Cup playoffs for hockey are going on, but I'll sound really ignorant if I start trying to talk about it too much. So.
No worries. We don't know anything about that.
Not at all.
Okay, man, I was saying, hey there, everybody. Please hit the like button and subscribe to everybody on the screen and in chat. Yeah. Thank you, sir. I always appreciate it. Jeff said make sure to hit the like button for our dude Corey and wonderful guests. Thank you.
Thank you.
We always appreciate that.
Yeah, hit those likes, guys.
Yeah.
Helps with the algorithm. Like it up.
Yep. I can't figure it out yet, so I'm still too new to it, so I don't know how it all works.
I don't even try to understand it.
Yep.
Right. It's like,
I'm just like go live.
Like it or not.
Go live, see what happens. But all right, saying hi to everybody. I'm gonna run through some of these. Oh, we got Gizmo in here saying, "Did I hear anyone read here?" He always likes to give me a hard time. So Gizmo, thank you. How are we doing, man? He's my buddy from Norway, right? I'm gonna say that. I always say that wrong. I want to say Norway. Sorry, man, if I said it wrong. He'll let me know.
I'm sure
he'll let me know.
Yep.
Yeah, he won't. He won't hold back. he always gives it to me. So, Mika was saying, would love to hear any recommendations to you all have for recent films you've seen. Oh,
I already know what AJ is thinking.
All right, let's go for it. Let's go for it.
Disappear Completely.
Oh, yes. That's that.
It's like his number one.
Right now, man, I'm pretty high on that movie. Yeah, Disappear Completely over on Netflix.
Ooh,
Mexican horror film, right?
Yeah, it's
Mexican horror film, and man, pretty low budget, but you can't tell it by some of the just creative choices. Special effects are still really good. It's about a tabloid photographer who ends up taking the photo of a politician, and suddenly like weird supernatural stuff starts to happen to him, and the story gets super wild and crazy. Disappear Completely over on Netflix, y'all.
I just wrote it down. I don't know anything about that one.
It's really
awesome.
good.
Okay,
it's so good.
Yeah,
it's something special.
Okay, cool. Kristie, what do you got?
I think I'm gonna go with Infested.
Oh yeah, you really did.
The Shudder movie, yeah.
Oh, with the spiders.
The spiders, yeah.
Oh, I've seen that. Or no, I haven't seen the movie, but I saw the poster for it.
Yeah, the poster is dope. Now this one I think is it's French. Yes, it's a French film, and the director, I forgot his name, Sebastian something.
I can't remember.
He's directing one of the next Evil Dead films. Yeah.
Okay.
But this was his first feature-length film, and it was really good. Just like the shots in this movie were really good, and I wasn't even expecting like there to be like any in-depth emotion because it's a spider movie, but it was a lot of emotional scenes in there. It was really good. The storytelling, the character development was really good. I mean, it was awesome. I really loved it.
So
the spiders were cool too.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah. Since it's kind of centered around that, but that brought me back to so I'm an age where I visited the VHS rental stores, a lot when I was younger.
Yeah.
And that I was watching, well, actually, was it this movie that we're talking about tonight was on Scream maybe? Or I was out there either way. I was out there and I saw the cover art for Infested, and that was like, it brought me back to the VHS days where I didn't know anything about the movie, but I saw that picture. I saw that picture and I'm like, I kind of want to watch that. I don't know, but it just drew me in a little bit, but it looked freaky with the spiders on his face.
Like going to the movie store, not even really knowing the details of a film, but just choosing it based off the way the art looked.
Of the box.
Yeah. But then you'd have a bunch of them that you would not see anything even close to what was on the cover art for them or something like that. But,
exactly.
Oh, cool. Well, yeah, no. So those are your two. If I was going to throw one out, I had a lot of fun I went out to so I'm trying to get out to the theater a little bit more this year. I haven't been out there a lot, but last year it was hardly any. But one of my recent ones I got out to see was Late Night with the Devil. And I really like that one. And that's kind of going on that lower budget side as well, as long as you go into it and you're okay with that. I had a lot of fun. With it. And I believe you both liked it too, because I saw a review that you put out on your channel as well.
Yeah. It was awesome. We thought it was incredible.
I thought that was really cool. Actually, that video of yours did awesome. I was looking at it.
I was so shocked.
Like, we were blown away by like it just kept going up. We're like, what is happening right now?
I gotta look right now, but I'm not saying you've had. That's what's cool is like I'm looking down through your videos and you've had some that just are going off, and it's cool to see because I love seeing just like good people that are like doing this for fun. They love it and they're putting it out there, and people are catching on to that, and I love that. But man, when I was looking back through there and I watched that, I'm just looking up right now, 27,000 views right now. That's insane to me.
That one was
worry about the whole aggregate thing because like. You never know what's gonna do good and what. I feel like you don't. Yeah. Not right now, I guess. I don't know, but
that is insane. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was a special. Like we couldn't believe that one. That was a cool one, and it got a lot of just engagement.
Yeah,
and, got people talking in the comments and stuff. That was just a cool experience for sure.
I think that's just one of those movies that I did not hear anything about it coming out. The only reason I knew anything about it, and I had enough time we had a very limited release around me in our theaters. The only reason I knew about it in time to go watch it was people like you talking about it on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't see trailers for it. I didn't see little pop-up ads for it on different websites. It was people like both of you like talking about it, saying like, hey, you should go check it out. And I go look it up and I'm like, I got 2 days to check it out. I better pick a day to go see it. And I knew it was coming out on Scream, and I have Scream, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to go see it out in the theater. So trying to get out there more. So yeah, I ran out there. And my little short story for that, I ended up, it was like late Monday night. And I knew it was going to be off time to go see it anyway, but it's the only time I could see it before it was going to stop the run at our theaters. And I was literally the only person in that movie theater watching that.
No way. That's crazy.
It kind of freaked me out a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
I'm sure it added to the effect.
Right.
I'm sure it did.
Oh, I'd like hear a little, like the air would kick on, I'd hear a little something over in the corner, and I'd kind of looking around, and it creeped me out, but it was kind of funny. I come home and I tell my family that, and my daughter looks at me and she goes, you went to see a horror movie and you were the only person in that theater? I'm like, yeah. She goes, no, She was like, I would have been out of there, but it was a good time.
Well,
those are some good recommendations.
Have to worry about that because AJ's always with me.
Oh, right. Yeah.
We've gone in and it's just the two of us, but we've never had like.
Yeah,
you've gone to movies by yourself though.
Yeah, and I don't think I've ever sat in one completely solo. I think someone always trickles in, like, because we've had moments where we thought it was just going to be us, and all of a sudden, 5 minutes in, someone trickles in. Yeah.
This one, I was waiting for it, but I was absolutely the only one. But I did a double feature. Oh, so I'll throw that out there. So I was lucky enough. So people, before I get too far, we'll get into how they can follow you and where they can find you on things. But I follow you on Instagram and on YouTube. And on Instagram, you've been doing a couple of giveaways. And I was lucky enough actually to win a free ticket to go see The First Omen in the theater. Oh, yeah. And so I decided to I'd been kind of having a couple long weeks at work. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to make an afternoon of this whole thing. And
nice, yeah.
I took off. I went out and saw Abigail, and then I used that free ticket to go see The First Omen. So
nice.
I would say
that's a cool doubleheader.
Oh, I enjoyed both of those as well.
They were both really good.
Yeah. So anyway, I know Mika, I kind of cheated and I threw a couple more than one out there. But,
I know we're just like recommending films that we just recently watched, but
go for it.
I mentioned something that comes out next week.
Oh,
next week?
Kingdom of the Planet.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my God.
I'm there.
So
I'm there.
Hyped for this movie, y'all.
I'm there.
We already got our IMAX tickets already.
I'm there. Absolutely. I'm there 100%. I enjoyed that. the first three, like kind of leading up to this one now too. So no, absolutely, I'm there as well. There's been a lot of good ones being talked about or like coming out in the theaters that I'm excited about. That's where I'm like, okay, this is a good year to get back out and see some more.
The summer movie season is going to be super dope. Like, there's so much stuff coming out. So shout out to like the theaters to do like the unlimited passes, because we go to a Regal, so we have Regal Unlimited. Yeah. Man, without that, it would be brutal.
No, there'd be no way.
See, that's where the theater AMC closed down around me, and now we just have a smaller chain that's around us.
Okay.
And they have an unlimited, but they don't offer it in my state yet. And I'm like, come on. So a lot of times I hit Tuesdays. Tuesdays is like a half off ticket price. So there's a lot of Tuesday nights I'll go hit a theater to go see stuff. So so this is me. I'm talking about how I go off path a lot, and we're talking about this. So one that I've been seeing some stuff about is Boy Kills World. Have you seen that one yet?
It looks cool. The trailers look really cool.
I was kind of I'm on the fence about trying to go see it in the theater or not.
I thought the reviews weren't that great though.
No, they weren't. I haven't even checked.
I can't remember. I feel like they weren't that great.
It seemed like at least the action would be good, but I don't know if you've seen the reviews, if they've said anything about the action. But the trailer made it seem like there'd be some cool, creative action, but I don't know.
I was kind of interested to see Skarsgård in that, leading up to him doing The Crow coming back out. So
Skarsgård's got a huge year.
He does.
Boy Kills World, The Crow, and then Nosferatu at the end of the year. That's crazy.
Kind of funny now how some actors and actresses, it's just like they get on the fast track where it was just like boom, boom, boom. Sometimes the movie was done. They finished making it like a year or two ago, but it's just coming out now. And then they just have one of those years where it's like 2 or 3
back to back.
Yep. Yeah. So you got him. And then, there's just been a few others where it's just kind of, so like Abigail, when I was talking about that, there's that, Catherine, I always blank on her name.
Is it Newton?
Yes.
Newton.
Catherine
Newton.
Yeah.
She's been in, there was the Lisa Frankenstein, there was that one, there was a few others that, so it's just kind of funny when every once in a while you get a name that just pops off for a little bit. And
exactly.
Yep. Absolutely.
Got Mika saying, love my steel books and boutique editions. Yep. We were talking about how sometimes they're a little more expensive, but I get a few of them, but I got to pick and choose. Between those. Cool. It's like I shots fired. Nuggets will win again.
Yep.
You won't hurt my feelings. I honestly don't even know who's still playing right now. So
yeah, we have no stakes in the game. So
I didn't even know that was the name of anything. So
I knew that, but I didn't know they were still playing. Denver Nuggets. Yep, they're in Colorado. Gizmo was saying, I'm just here checking if Mel is in the chat. She needs to take care of them kids and you, Corey. Yep. Absolutely. We got Cinephile Sanity. Sean, how we doing? Hey, good evening, everyone. It's kind of like me. You got a name different of your YouTube channel than your actual name, and then people try to figure out what to call you, And I'm like, my name's Corey, but my channel, I kind of went off a nickname that's kind of been passed down through my family, Wilkie. So I always tell everybody, I'm like, I'll answer to either one of them. It's all right. Gizmo saying, I'm from Norway. I know, but I always get nervous on the spot like this, being live and talking. And sometimes I think my memory plays tricks on me. And then I say something, I'm like, I know it's right. But then I sit there and I'm like, okay, I'm live right now. And I second guess what I just said. So what do you feel like that? I know you do a mix of pre-recorded videos on your channel and live streams. Do either of you have a preference on one or the other? It doesn't mean you hate the other one, but does one feel more natural for you, or you're good with either one?
I prefer live for a couple reasons. I do like the interaction, but also don't have to worry about editing the video.
That's true. There's no editing involved. Yeah, because sometimes
I'm there with you.
Gets
takes
brutal,
a long time,
especially for the longer videos.
Oh yeah,
man. Yep.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's the worst feeling, right? When you edit like a really long video and you put it up and it doesn't really get that many views. You're like, man, like I spent so many hours on this.
That's one of those things that I've hung out so before I even started doing this, I'm still pretty new to all of it, but before I started actually going live and having my channel, I was in a lot of live stream chats of other people I follow, and I still do that. But it's kind of funny getting to know those people and talking to them. There's some people that are just like, man, it is crazy when I have this one video that I just busted my tail on. I was working so hard on it, put the research in. I was editing in it. I was like doing all this stuff extra over the top. And I was like, oh, I'm going to kill it with this one. And it just, it dies off. And then they do one video where they're like, I bought these movies, and it just like does way better,
Yeah.
Yep. That's how it happens.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, but I'm starting to figure that out. But that's where I kind of lean towards the live, where I still want to do some pre-recorded, but I got a lot to learn on the editing side of things. But I've just kind of fallen in love with the interaction, getting people that you recognize popping in and saying hi and getting to talk to them.
Yeah. And I feel like going back to what you were saying, I also feel like it depends on what you're talking about. Like when we do our news and stuff, where it's just casual conversation, like it's fun to do it live, but when we're trying to do like the more of like video essay, like we're trying to like dive into something, like it kind of helps to do recorded, because then you can like add things in and that sort of thing.
That's true.
Oh, for sure. No, I could see that for sure. K-Man was saying, Monkey, not everything can be read all the time. Okay. Sometimes I hit some of these messages way late and I don't know. I kind of lose the meaning of it. But Sean was saying, oh no, Infested sounds terribly awesome. Hate spiders, but love movies.
I hate spiders too,
but with Infested.
It's worth it. Definitely check it out.
Have you ever seen Arachnophobia?
I did, but I barely remember it.
I can't.
So long ago.
It's an old one, but I'm just kind of curious. That one kind of freaked me out, but I saw that young in the theater as a kid. And, I'd be curious to go to this Infested and see what kind of next level they take everything to. Tiana saying hi to everybody. Hi, Tiana.
Hi, Tiana.
What's up?
So everybody, if I pass anybody up, I don't mean to. I'm just kind of running through some of these real quick. Gizmo saying Infested was okay. First half of the film was great. Last half was... So you'll find out right away. Nope. Don't let it spoil. Don't let it spoil it for you. Gizmo, if it's a modern movie, 9 out of 10 times he hates it. So love him, but he's a little bit of a stick in the mud with the newer movies. So
like one of the harsh critics. Okay.
Oh yeah. He does not have much room to give for more modern movies. So
there's
still love you.
Good modern ones out there. We've had some good ones.
Yep, absolutely. Mika was saying Disappear Completely and Infested.
Awesome.
Added both my watch list.
Check that out.
Got them written down as well. And I wrote down Hereditary as well, because I've been told that one many, many times and I just have not gotten around to it yet.
Yeah. You got to watch that.
I know it's a divisive one. Oscar. Some people like it, some people don't.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. Then that's where you got to check it out and figure out for yourself if it's for you or not. But, So running through some of these. Yeah, now I'm intrigued for this. So you just sold Infested. You need to be able to get like a little kickback or something from the streaming service.
Right, I know, right? Yeah.
How many more people have just streamed that because of that? Shudder has been fun. I'm newer to that. I've had it. So last year I signed up for like a free trial of it and forgot to cancel it before the free trial. And I'm like, oh, I got it for a year.
I do that too.
But it happens. That's what they count on. That's what they count on. But but I'm getting my money's worth out of it. I've had some fun watching it and going through it. So
yeah.
Gizmo saying Late Night with the Devil was good, a bit too red for me. That's him giving me a hard time. If he said he liked it though a little bit, that's saying a lot. Good. Yep. Love the nostalgia vibes of Late Night with the Devil. Yeah, it definitely had a cool feel to it. I'm going to watch it now legit. At home again. That was one thing some people were saying that were like, it was based on the 70s, like a talk show. and whether it would feel different watching it at home on a TV set. So I'm definitely going to watch it again now with Scream.
Yep.
Saying hi to everybody. We'll run through some of it. AJ's enthusiasm for Disappear Completely is infectious. I got to check it out. Yeah.
And that was a tame rant. What was the last stream we did?
Yeah,
I went on a tangent.
He really did.
I was just giving it all the praise because
because we talked about everything we watched.
Oh, was that everything we watched video? That's right.
Yeah, and he was just going on and on about it.
It was something special to me. Like,
yeah,
I was like, man, this makes me want to make a horror movie. It was just that incredible to me. I loved it that much.
But
I might be hyping it up too much now. I don't want people's expectations to be so high that they go into it and it's like, man, it wasn't that good.
but isn't that what's fun about watching movies, that you run across some of these that maybe aren't as known and you're just like, you fall in love with it, but then you just have that joy of like, I want to spread that, and tell somebody to go watch it too. If they like it, great. If they don't, that's fine. It doesn't hit for everybody, but it's cool to like hit some of those that are like, especially maybe if they're a little lesser known. Like I'd never even heard of this one, to be able to spread that around to people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know about it either. So Kristie said something. She's like, oh, there's this movie you got to check out. I'm like, oh, what is this? And,
I don't remember how I found out about it, but, I really like foreign films that people don't really talk about that much. So that's also one of the things that intrigued me. But I'm glad we watched it though. It was really, really good.
I got it written down now. I got it. That's the pro and the con of doing live streams with people I have on, is I get to hear a lot of these new recommendations that I don't know about, but then my watch list gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm like, when am I going to get this in?
Never ending.
And then I'm buying stuff too, and I got to watch that stuff too.
Yeah.
And you just had a comment up on the screen. This is off topic.
Oh,
I got to point it out, and she knows that I got to. I forgot who said it, but shout out to the person that said the Apes trailer, and they said, "What a beautiful day."
Oh, here we go, right here.
He walks around the house saying that.
What a beautiful day. Oh man, I love that moment in the trailer.
I hope it's as satisfying when you watch the movie because.
Wonderful day. Yeah,
that was Hawk. That was Hawk there. So that's where I said it's kind of hard to like keep up with the chat, and like I know I always miss people or like go through things too fast. But that was Hawk there.
And the guy that's voicing, I think the dude's name is Proximus Caesar, the villain that says that. Was, Kevin Durant, who played
in the Abigail
the
movie.
big, kind of dumb muscular dude. Abigail.
Okay,
that's him.
Okay.
He's voicing that. That character.
I did not know that.
I didn't know it either. But before watching Abigail, he's like, I wonder how he's gonna sound in this, because we've been watching that trailer so much, right?
Yeah.
And then we went back and watched the trailer again, and he was like, "Oh, I kind of hear it now."
You hear it a little bit.
It's funny when you go back and do that. And you're like, "Oh, now I catch it. That's him for sure." But I liked him in Abigail. I thought he was kind of fun.
I liked him too.
He was funny.
He was hilarious.
Yeah,
he was hilarious in that.
There was a little more comedy involved with that movie than I was expecting. I knew it wasn't going to be hardcore, like serious, but there was a little more comedy with it, which was fine. I'm not saying a bad thing, but he added to the comedic element of it for sure. But, Sean was saying, I'm excited for the new Mad Max, fingers crossed, and Alien Romulus might be the only person who liked Dune Part 2 since I don't see anyone talking about it today.
Oh, no.
That's Dune Part 2?
Or
Dune Part 2.
Always put the wrong one.
You are not the only one. I honestly thought Dune Part 2 was a masterpiece. That's one I can't wait to come out on physical. We won't even usually buy physical media. We usually just wait for streaming, but I will buy that 4K Blu-ray. That movie, first of all, Denis Villeneuve, that dude is just a master of the craft. But that movie, across the visuals, the performances, the characters, the story, the music, Hans Zimmer firing on all cylinders. That man, Dune Part 2.
He plays the soundtrack in the car.
I do.
Well, I don't think Hans Zimmer does not miss. I don't think he doesn't ever. So I still need to see it. I have not seen it yet.
Even I can admit that was a really great experience.
Man, hopefully they bring it back around in theaters, because that's a movie you have to see it in theater. That's a must.
I'm in the spot. I can't believe we're already in May of this year, So
I was just saying that. It's like, I can't believe it.
I can't believe it's
that
like
we're
we're almost like I'm not wishing it away, but it's like almost halfway through the year, when you get to May. And that's where I get these movies where I'm like, how could I not see that in the theater? Mm-hmm. But it's just like, well, okay, 5 months just went by almost, gone. So it's like, it just happens. Life happens. But, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say shout out to the other options too. They mentioned
Furiosa
and
yeah. To that.
Yeah.
I really liked Fury Road. I thought that was a good one. So I'm interested to see what they do with it.
Mad Max one.
Yeah, that was Fury Road was really cool. I think you might get some enjoyment out of it. I don't think you watched that.
I only watched the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's watched the other ones.
Yeah. But Fury Road was dope. I'm hoping that I could tell Furiosa has a lot of the same vibes. I'm just wondering how the story will play out. Mm-hmm. But it looks just like it's just as much fun as Fury Road. And Alien Romulus. Oh man, that's another one that
I got my fingers crossed for that one. That could be so great, depending on how they go with it. But
yeah, I mean, Fede Alvarez, he really hasn't missed yet.
Yeah,
in my
I think
opinion.
he'll do a great job with this.
I feel like this will be really good. And just for anyone who didn't go see Alien in the theaters when it's doing its re-release, in front of the movie they actually have a bit where Fede Alvarez, the director of Alien Romulus, sat down with Ridley Scott and they talked about the original Alien, and then Fede kind of mentioned how much he's inspired him as a director, and then they talked about Romulus a little bit, and they showed a little bit of behind the scenes. But seeing that, and then Ridley Scott kind of giving his blessing on Alien Romulus makes me feel even more confident that Romulus should be dope. Like, I think it'll be good.
I'm looking forward to it. I hope so. Yep. That'll be one I'll want to try to get out in the theater to see. But
that's a must.
We'll see here. But we got the wild guys in here saying hello, panel and chat. Hello. People.
What's up?
Del was saying can't wait for the new Planet of the Apes. Yep.
Oh yeah.
That one is awesome. Or it looks awesome. I that's one I really want to see. I think it'd be great on the big screen. So
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Mel saying there's 11 of them, Gizmo. They can take care of themselves. Probably us kids. Yep, I'm one of them. We got Toyologist in here. Yo, Wilkie. 10 seconds. No, that's his little catchphrase. So I've gotten to know him a little bit through, he's on Whatnot, the selling app.
Oh,
I don't know if you ever heard of it at all, but he sells a lot of like movies and vinyl and
that's cool.
Things like that on there. But he's got this, and my wife even recognizes it now too. If I'm listening to him, it's very quick. They put something up for sale and you got like 10 seconds to do it. But if somebody bids another thing on there, it adds time on there. But his voice is very distinct, where it's like 10 seconds, and my wife will look over. She's like, "Are you buying something again?" I'm like, "No, I'm just watching. I'm just watching." But, cool, thanks, man, for jumping in here. I appreciate that.
Cool.
I'll check out the vinyl stuff.
We used to have a little eBay kick for a while there at one point in time.
That was fun. Yeah, that was fun. We did that for a little bit. We
sold movies, Pokemon cards, games. Yeah,
old tech, like old video cameras.
Yeah, we
stuff
did
like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, he's been kind of fun to follow on that, but you just got to have what do I say? You need to restrict yourself just a little bit, because you kind of get a little. It's one of those that's easy to start swiping and try to outbid the other person.
Yep.
Get carried away.
But no, yeah, absolutely cool to see you in here. I think it's the first time I've seen you in one of the chats, so cool. Thank you, man. Here we go. Sean saying subscribe to In Love with Horror, and Tourist Trap certainly comes in recommended. So I know we're still like working our way through here. Like I said, I know I'm all over the place, but I'm just having fun talking with you, talking with the chat. But that is a nice way to kind of throw in there. What's something you can kind of plug in where people can find you? What things are you doing? What do you want people to check out?
Yeah, you want to run through it, man? I think you know our handles a lot better than
okay. Well, obviously we're here on YouTube primarily. We post reviews, reactions, discussions. We're starting to do watch-alongs.
Yep.
Where we kind of just all like watch a movie together and talk about it, and most of the conversation is us like just talking about random stuff, but also still watching the movie, just like if we were all together at the house. So it's a really cool way to kind of connect with people. And you can find us on Instagram. That's pretty much the only other one that's I'm mostly on outside of YouTube, which is also at In Love with Horror. We kind of use TikTok, but not as much.
Yeah.
But you could just search us there too if you wanted to find us on TikTok. And Letterboxd is like I know it's like posting movies, but I feel like it's become like my favorite app. I love getting on Letterboxd. So if you guys, want to check us out there, see what we're watching and what we think about movies first before we get a chance to do like a movie review on YouTube, that's the place to do it. We always post our reviews there first. Then that is the letter N, and then Love with Horror, because someone already had In Love with Horror.
Oh, right, yeah. Uh-huh.
That's where I'm horrible. I gotta see if I'm following you on Letterboxd. So that's one of those things that you start meeting people and following them on one platform or the other.
Yeah.
And then there's been some that I followed for a long time, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know you were on Instagram, or I didn't know you were on YouTube, or it's kind of crazy. It's just hard to keep track of everything with that. But I will be sure to make sure I'm following you on that as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thanks for the subscribe.
For sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, every single one counts. It's still I'm sure you're the exact same way, but whatever number you have on that subscribe count, it blows me away that number of people want to follow you or hear you or watch you. Whether it's me, I'm way down the ladder, but like still like but I'm sure with you too, it's like, is that mind blowing that? So when you're that over 1,000 people, you're working your way to 2,000 people now. That's crazy, isn't it?
It is crazy.
Yeah, it's a crazy feeling. Just having engagement in general. I mean, even when videos don't do massively good, but even if they just do okay to us, like even if one of our videos just gets 100 views, to me it's still like, that's 100 people that actually like spend a little time like hearing what we had to talk about and maybe even engaging in the commenting, so even then, like even if a video doesn't do massive or whatever, like it still surprises me that even in those moments that people still like watch and engage.
Right.
It's just a cool feeling.
Yeah.
I agree completely, because I had somebody kind of saying to me one time, it's like, oh, your video only got like 50 views or whatever. But I'm like, 50 people to me is still nuts, because I can go out with some friends and I could have one or two people with me and have a great time. Okay, that's one or two people that gave me feedback, talked to me. But you think 50 people?
That's a lot of people.
To me, I don't know. Still, to me, I get blown away with. So I don't think I could ever take that for granted. Like the number of people that are doing that.
Yeah, definitely.
And I know you're the same way, where you appreciate every single one of them.
Yeah.
But all right, we'll see where I just lost track where I was at. But Grant was saying Tourist Trap is a movie I need to grab, but it's hard to find on VHS from Paramount. So I'm the same way, where I just streamed it. I did look to see if it was, and I could purchase it, but it was a little harder to find.
Yeah, we watched it over on Tubi, right?
Yeah, the uncut version is on Tubi.
Oh, I think I watched a regular one. I was on, I think it was on Scream. Or Shudder. Sorry, I would say Scream. I think it was on Shudder.
Yeah, I think Tubi had both the regular and the uncut. And
I believe you're
compared their runtimes.
They're very
there's
similar.
about a 4-minute difference in runtimes. I don't know what exactly is different between the two. But
now I got to go back and watch it and find out what's different, what I missed out on. There's going to be some big plot twist I missed out on now or something like that.
Completely different ending.
I know. It's like, you're going to be like, I loved it. And I'm going to be like, but I watched the wrong one. That's what's funny when you see some of those different cuts of movies and whether they make that big of a difference in the overall outcome of what you watched. But I'll have to check that out. Sean was saying live streams versus recording videos is like night and day for me. I used to love making videos, but I find that to be more stressful than going live now. And I can Never could have predicted that. Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I think I'm the same way too.
Once you get over that initial fear, because I feel like there are people that I talk to about like doing discussions like, hey, do you mind if we do this live? And they're like, oh, I'm kind of scared. But like I was that same way too that first time. But like once you get over that initial fear, I guess, of being live, it's kind of like, oh, this is way more fun, way more chill. Right.
I agree with you. So I was the same way where I went way more to the live streams that I didn't think I would. I had that fear and I still do. So even tonight, I knew it was just going to be fun hanging out with you both and talking about this and seeing who is jumping in chat. But I still get a little nervous about it. I'll admit that. But once I got over that first really, really nervous moment, I think I enjoy it more. And it almost feels more forgiving to me. So when I stumble on my words or if I forget a fact or something, I don't know, maybe not, but I feel like it's more forgiving with those type of things than a pre-recorded video.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree too.
And you feel like you have to get everything right that you're saying. You don't want like long pauses between one thing to the next, and you don't have to worry about that when you're live. You're just more natural. Yeah,
that's the key. It's just more natural. So it's like a conversation.
Yeah.
I think what I realized too is that people tend to really enjoy lives. Because I find myself even watching like streams that have already ended and going back and watching the video and just letting it run. And sometimes, you might not always be fully engaged, but, sometimes it's good to just, have in the background. Sometimes when I'm driving, I treat it like a podcast. I'm going to play a live stream, the VOD version. But, live streaming this is just chill. It's just fun.
I do that as well. And I think I feel more that I speak more my natural self. Not that I'm making something up for a pre-recorded video, but I just feel more natural the way I'm talking on a live video. And with a pre-recorded, I don't know if I'm trying too hard, kind of a thing to put on the, hello, I'm Corey.
You're playing it back, like, why did I say it that way? And I got to redo the whole thing.
It's like, I'm such a dork. I still am now too, but I feel more natural about it. But Mika was saying she loves Arachnophobia. But I got to watch that again. It's been a long time ago.
Yeah, 'cause I don't remember it.
Yeah, I need to rewatch that too.
Saying hi, double feature. So I know we're cutting in quite a bit of the time here. I'm trying to run through here quick, and we'll get to it, I promise. But hopefully you're still having fun. I'm having a blast hanging out and talking with you too.
Hey, I'm all about just talking about movies. I love it.
I don't get to do it very often. So if I get somebody to do it, like I said, I could go forever. You got to tell me to shut up. I was just to ask you all, do you like foreign horror? I'm a huge fan of Inside, Martyrs, Frontiers, Argento stuff.
Yep, definitely.
Agree to all of the above.
All of the above, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Martyrs is
terrible.
It's rough. But it's good.
I've heard. I have not seen it.
But I meant terrible in like the way of like it's just.
Like, wow, that's good, but I don't know if I can watch it again real quick.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, you got to go in there, be mentally prepared. Like, you got to meditate before that movie.
Be strong.
Just be strong.
Be strong, right? Yeah.
Now, Inside is on my watch list. I haven't seen that one. Have you seen that one?
Actually, no. Inside is on my watch list, too. It's one I just haven't gotten to yet.
Right. I do like Argento stuff.
Oh, yeah. Suspiria.
AJ put me on to Argento's work.
Yeah.
And I recently watched a documentary that they have for him. I think it's on Shudder.
Yeah, because
I think it's on Shudder.
Argento's got Suspiria. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Really love Suspiria. And honestly, even it's just me.
The remake.
Even the remake I thought was really good in the spirit of that.
And Tenebrae? Was it Tenebrae was him too? Or am I thinking wrong?
I can't remember. I'm trying to think.
It sounds like you might be right. I feel like it is.
I know just enough to sound like I don't know what I'm talking about.
I feel like it is though.
Yeah, I feel like that sounds right. I was gonna say another movie, but I don't know if it was him or not. I don't because it was in that like what do they call those Italian like
the Giallo
movies? Yeah, like was it Deep Red or something like that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have that one. I have not watched it yet, but I do have that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I like it. I'm diving more into international films, so I'm looking forward to that. But I do have some of those that I have been lacking on. So I do have Suspiria, the original. I have not watched it yet. I have Deep Red, and I have Tenebrae. So those are ones that I have purchased and I need to get to. So
yeah,
nice.
So we got Dell in here saying that I've heard nothing but undying praise for Dune 2. I liked it, but didn't love it.
That's all right. Hey, that's okay.
That's all right. Every movie hits something different.
Yeah.
You didn't say you hated it.
Right, yeah.
Right,
Hey,
yeah.
that's a win.
Well, my question would be, did you like the first Dune? Like,
that'd be a good question.
Yeah.
Dell, you have to say that, whether you like the first one or not. So, yeah, I'm definitely down with all of that, Johnny. I actually need to get a copy of Frontiers, and I know Second Sight released a nice set for it. Yep, they do. They have some nice box sets, but that's where we get into where they're a little bit pricier, and not saying they're not worth it. It's just, with me, I got to pick and choose between some of those. I like my lesser priced releases. So you were saying you kind of tend to go more theater and streaming than actually buying physical releases, or?
Yeah, we typically we try our best to go to a theater. That's just what we like, that experience the most.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we just wait for streaming, mainly because of that fact that physical releases add up. Like, it's very expensive. So we are signed up to a bunch of streaming services, so we just kind of hope that it'll drop on one of those.
Oh yeah,
but
yeah, it will. It will.
When the conversation, we kind of been thinking about like the whole conversation shift of like, them taking things off streaming and then you no longer having access to those things.
Yeah.
And we kind of ran into that recently with our toddler, because one of her favorite movies is Coraline.
Yep.
Oh.
And it was streaming on Max, so it was nothing to just throw that on for her. But now it's not.
Yep.
And she's asking, I want to watch Coraline. And what do you do, right? Like, we don't have it.
So now we got to go find a physical.
We have to go buy a physical for that. So
that's where physical comes in handy when they pull it off and stuff.
Yeah.
But no, there's pros and
the
cons.
Quality is really good too.
Yeah.
Especially with like the 4K, you get the high bit rate and all that good stuff. So
yeah, absolutely.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. I can't blame you at all, because you got to look at your expenses, and there's sometimes where streaming or going out to the theater just makes more sense. I like to collect physical media, but I stream a lot too, because there's sometimes it's nice to be able to check it out a little bit first before you actually buy it and spend that money to do it. So no, I completely understand that. We got Jason Taylor in here saying, what's going on? Toyologist recommended this show to me. So first,
hey.
Jason, thank you for dropping in, and thank you again for Toyologist for jumping in. He knows I'm going to be back buying some stuff from him at Whatnot before too long. No, it's cool. I appreciate the support. I'm just joking around. Planet of the Apes is a top 5 franchise.
It's a dope franchise.
Nice.
Dope.
Yeah.
So I'm going to skip by a few of these. So I apologize. No offense.
That's quite a few iterations too. You got the original one.
Oh yeah.
Remake from was it the early 2000s? And then you got this series that's happened in the 2010s. So
yeah,
it's gone through a lot of different eras.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Mika was saying looking forward to Furiosa. Yeah, I hope it lives up to Fury Road. I had a lot of fun with Fury Road, so I hope it's up there.
Fury Road was cool.
Jeff was saying Toyologist is a great dude, great seller. Yep, I agree. I agree. Saying hi. We going on. What's up, chat? Oh, I get it, man. I paid for Toy's house all by myself. Yep. Huge. Mika was saying huge fans. Alien fans. So we're excited. Think we'll do a great job with it. Yeah. So from that trailer. The trailer, it sucked me in anyway. I'm ready.
It got the vibe down perfectly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think it was giving me the Aliens vibe. I don't know about you. When you go Alien and then Aliens.
Yeah. Right. Yep. Aliens.
But the Aliens, it kind of gave me that vibe a little bit with it.
Yeah, I feel like I had a good mixture of the two, like the more, action-y thriller horror aspect with just that impending doom vibe from the first one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. So, Sean saying, I don't even know why there's a cut version of Tourist Trap, which was confusing when it was first released on Blu-ray since it was cut, but then Full Moon released uncut later.
Wow.
I don't think I saw the uncut one, so I'm gonna have to go back and watch it now. Figure out where I'm missing out. We got Jinja Ninja in here saying hello.
Oh, that's funny. I love that name.
That's a cool name.
Yeah.
He's got the nice ginger beard going on. So Jinja Ninja.
The epic beard.
Yeah. I'll have to maybe next winter. We're going into summer. I can't do a beard right now. Saying hi to Jinja in there. French horror is intense, Miko is saying.
It's a whole nother level.
It's a different tier.
So
I like, for example, like Martyrs, like,
yeah.
the French horror film, and then they remade it an American version of it, and it was like nowhere near the same. Mm-hmm. It's like, why did you even attempt this?
That's what, American remakes of those just don't go to the level that they do. And I'm still new to it, but I've been recommended quite a few from friends and started watching them, but they know where I'm at. And so they were like easing me into it. So they're like, start with this one, then this one. Yeah. And then I'm like, oh, I heard about this one. They're like, no, go to here first.
Not ready for that one. Baby steps.
I'm not too proud. I'll say, okay, I'll take your judgment on that one. If I know what they like, and not saying it's bad, but it's just like I know where they're at, and if they're like maybe hold off on that one, I'll be like, okay,
well,
I will.
That's good. They're looking out for you.
Oh yeah.
When we started dating, my husband did not look out for me in that way.
No mercy.
He threw me right in, right away with like the worst of the worst.
Well, see, I think it's kind of messed up, but
you
same time,
really messed me up.
I think seeing her reaction just fueled my desire to just keep throwing stuff at her. She would react so animated, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, it just made it more fun, I guess. But
basically
I kind of tortured her with some of these films.
So I got to ask then, were both of you, so maybe not to that level, but were both of you into horror movies when you met, or did one introduce it to the other?
I was nowhere as deep into it as he. It was like every once in a while, like if there was something that intrigued me, I'd be like, oh yeah, I want to check this out. So it wasn't like, we in the 2000s where I grew up in, like you had like, popular horror movies that everybody watched.
Like The Ring and stuff.
The Ring, right. Yeah. Like I Know What You Did Last Summer, those type of movies, but I never went like outside of that. Whereas this guy was like deep into this stuff, So when we did start dating, it was kind of like, I have never even heard of this movie.
I was showing her everything.
Yeah.
You went deep into the French horror then with her.
Yeah. We did like the mainstream stuff. Like I was the one I showed you Sinister.
You did.
That's one of my favorite horror films.
Yeah.
And then we, it just
then
kept going from there.
Then you took me into the deep waters.
Yeah.
Sink or swim, right?
Yeah, we definitely got thrown in like the human centipedes and all that type of stuff.
Oh, I've heard. No, I haven't seen that either, but that was another one that.
No.
Well, that's what another one that somebody was like, Corey, maybe you want to hold off on that. I'm like, am I that gentle of a person? Which then I'm like, okay, I'm not going to be too proud about it. If they're saying like, Corey, maybe not that one yet, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
You do have that gentleness about you. I can see it. So I wouldn't even tell you to watch that.
Like,
so
let him keep his innocence.
Yeah. Keep your innocence.
They don't want to ruin me right away.
Right.
They just like, let's save this for just a little bit and then we'll ruin it later. But that's funny. Dill was saying that he hated the Dune on the first watch, liked it better on the second watch, but part 2 is better.
Okay. So you didn't love part 2, but it is better than part 1. Interesting.
Yeah.
But he loved Coraline.
Loved Coraline though. Yeah. Coraline's
a good one.
great.
No, Jason was saying is one of his daughter's favorites as well.
It's a staple in this household.
Our daughter loves that film.
That's cool. No, that's I've heard that referenced as kind of a entryway for kids into horror movies. This Coraline, where it's like,
for sure.
it's an easier one for a younger kid to watch and get into, and then it's like the gateway movie.
Yeah, Coraline and Nightmare Before Christmas are like our daughter's.
Oh,
she loves those two.
Yeah.
Man, she loves those movies.
So I get so sad with Nightmare Before Christmas now because that was one I'd watch with my kids. I get them watching it, and so I have a almost 21-year-old in the Air Force, and then I got almost 18-year-old that's almost going to graduate from high school. They used to watch it with me. Now they're too old and too cool for it, and now I watch it by myself. You know, so
it's
like
the trials of parenting.
I know, right? You know, right? So it's like we could watch it again, and they're like, "No, Dad, we're too old for that." And I'm like,
Yep.
I'm gonna go watch it by myself.
Yeah, that's kind of how our oldest daughter is.
Yeah,
because our oldest, she's 15,
right?
So she's getting into that mode of like basically wanting nothing to do with us. You know?
Believe me, I'm right there with you.
Right?
Teenagers, yay!
Yay.
Oh, yep. Oh man, yeah.
Yep. Enough said. We'll move on. Sean was saying that's why multiple watches are important, Del. But that's cool that see it clicked for you like that. Yeah, you know, there's so many of those where there's movies that I'll watch that I know I'm not going to go back to that. But I've had ones where it didn't click for me, but I'm like, I'm going to put it on the shelf over here for a rewatch at some point, and it's good to do that for sure. So they were saying congrats. Oh, we had Ginger Ninja in here, but they were saying congrats to Ginger Ninja for winning this month's Horror YouTuber of the Month. They have a little
congratulations.
Yeah, that's very cool. I did see that, man.
That's super cool.
Yep, very, very cool. So saying thanks. Mel was saying friends don't recommend those kind of movies.
Right.
Well, but then you have friends that kind of steer you away from a little bit too, where it's kind of funny where I think I have some friends that want to give me a hard time and they're like, oh yeah, you should watch that. And then I have other friends that like on the side, they'll message and they'll be like, Corey, maybe you want to hold off on that one.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. They're trying to get you. They're trying to get you. Saying congratulations. So I'll run through some of these real quick, but yeah, Kristie. Remakes of French horror movies are horrible. Watch Inside 2007, then remake LOL.
I'm gonna try.
Yep, I believe it.
Yeah. So I'm a little hesitant about the remake of Speak No Evil. Not that movie was like exceptional, but I just feel like I'm not super confident when we remake foreign films.
Are you talking about for Speak No Evil? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because even the trailer for that American trailer for Speak No Evil was. You could tell like it didn't have that feeling. Yeah. Was it Danish?
I think it's Danish.
Danish film. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Speak No Evil, Corey, but that's another foreign film that's.
I've heard of it, but I don't think I've seen that one.
That's a
very how do you describe that?
Because it's not like it's not.
You're not selling it, Kristie. You're not selling it.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know how to explain it.
It's hard to explain, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to put a question mark next to it.
Yeah, it's actually a tough one to explain, but
I still think it's worth watching.
It's more the themes that are
yeah.
It's just like it's not like graphic in nature. It's just more the themes that it deals with.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's bottom of the list, and I have a question mark next to it.
Yeah, put the.
I'll watch the other ones first.
It's an interesting one for sure. Check out the trailer for the foreign film, and I guess I don't even know what the trailer adds to it or has in it, but
who's in the new one? What's his name?
James McAvoy.
Yes, James McAvoy is in it. So I'm like, well, it's got to be good, right? Because it's James McAvoy.
Yeah.
Okay, I have seen the trailer for that one. I completely forgot the name of the title of the movie, but I have seen the trailer for the one with McAvoy in there.
It's Speak No Evil.
Yeah.
It's based off of one that came out last year, right? Or 2022 or
might have been last year, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I think it was last year that the foreign film came out.
Okay.
But yeah, have you seen that trailer? And the foreign film is the exact same premise, but it's has a more ominous tone to it.
Yeah, it does.
Different vibe, but I'm curious to see how a remake will turn out.
Yeah, McAvoy looked creepy in that one. For sure.
Yeah. Super buff too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's been hitting the gym really hard.
Like, dude, in the gym. He needs to take me along with him a little bit or something. Or I wish I got paid to do that as well. So
right.
Hey, yeah, man. People got personal trainers, nutritionists.
I know, right?
Nutritionists. Yeah, like, they got it all.
That's my excuse. I don't have that going on.
Yeah, right.
We gotta all have our excuse, but
I just can't afford to look that good.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have the time. All I was saying, I'm not ready for the Amityville death toilet just yet.
They will not let it go. There's another Amityville coming out. It's Amityville something. Amityville Bigfoot. There's another Amityville movie coming out this month. Yeah, on VOD. Okay. I was like, they're not going to let this die.
Just wring it dry. Just get every single cent out of that thing. But while guys are saying 21 and 18-year-old thought you were 30. Oh, 30? Yeah, you flatter me, man. I passed that a long time ago. So thank you very much for thinking that. If you really did think that. Yeah, no, plus like 18 on that one, bud. Saying hi to each other. Oh, we got, I went right past there. Steve was in here. Excelsior Movie Review, saying hi to everybody. Thanks for jumping in, man.
What's up?
So for me, Lynch Dune is a bad. It's an awesome deal. Yeah.
I've never watched it. I've seen clips, and it just
looks,
it looks real goofy. I guess in a fun way. Patrick Stewart, though, like that's cool.
Yep. No, that's cool. We got another one in here. Wild Guys saying sub to you guys.
Thank you, Wild Guys.
But I will put a pin in this right now. So I appreciate it. I know I want to be just conscious of your time and keeping with everything. So I know I could do this all night long. I'm having so much fun just talking with you.
No, this has been fun. I love the conversation.
Oh, I do too. And there was like so many other things too. We'll have to see whether we have time. No pressure, but things I was going to ask you about. But just looking at the time right now, I figure we at least need to jump into the movie that we're going to watch for tonight. So we can hit that for at least a little bit. And then, I'm going to take your lead on things. If you need to wrap it up, no pressure. It's cool. Okay. If go for a little bit longer, that's good too. But we'll just see what goes on. But the movie that you threw out for tonight that we were talking about was Tourist Trap from 1979. When I look it up on IMDb, the very simple synopsis that they put on there is a group of young friends stranded at a secluded roadside museum are stalked by a masked assailant who uses his telekinetic powers to control the attraction's mannequins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This was pure 70s horror fun.
Yeah.
Go for it. I want to hear what you got to say about it.
Well, that's kind of why I chose it, right? Because like I had never seen this before. I think I saw it like literally right before you even asked for us to come on here. So it was kind of like maybe a week. I don't even know. But when I watched it, I was just like, this is so fun. Like that's all it really is. It's super funny. It's hilarious. Mm-hmm. It's like super weird. And I don't know, it's almost has like this dreamy feeling to it. Like this is like literally someone made this up in their mind and they made this movie.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know, but it was just really, I just really liked it. And then I rewatched it again earlier today just to like, get it refreshed in my mind. And even still, I was just like laughing and like, this is so good. I don't know why.
It's fun in like this goofy way.
Yeah.
It has a little bit of charm to it because it feels almost like it feels almost like a TV movie.
Yeah.
Because it's not very like her, because if you think about that time period,
right? Yeah.
There's a lot of like graphic things from that era.
Right, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, Halloween like and stuff. And it feels very tame in that sense.
Yeah. It is PG.
Yeah.
That's
PG.
what I was just going to say. Yeah. I like looked that up and it was like PG and I'm like,
yeah.
But even that I'm like, that's kind of iffy for PG. I don't know.
Right, yeah, because I mean there were some like, bloody
there was some
moments.
blood.
Like,
yeah, but that was really
nothing too crazy.
Yeah. So one thing that's interesting for me is, she's the one that told me about this. But now when I watched it, I hadn't read the description, right? So when Corey just read that description, I noticed it mentioned the fact that the killer had telekinetic powers, right? So when I was watching the movie,
and then it started happening,
and like this stuff was happening, I'm like, oh, like I was like, oh, there's just like mechanics happening. And so when the dude finally reveals, like, oh yeah, like what do you think about that? That's my powers. I was like, oh, like dude's got power. Like
I can make that chair shake around over there in the corner.
Yeah, like it's like I kind of realized it when he like was doing stuff with the chick in the room and pushing her into the chair and stuff. I was like, okay, so he's got to have powers for all this to be happening. But it felt. That's part of the goofiness, but funniness of this movie is it's such a random thing.
It's super random.
It's a slasher movie, but the dude's also got these psychic powers. Yeah. Like it's just a lot of fun. But it was just funny for me to not have read the description.
Oh right, and like, so you didn't know that going in.
Oh, powers! Like where'd that come from? Yeah. Okay.
I know. I kind of thought that too when I started watching it because I went into it completely blind, and when that started happening, and then as it got through the movie, I thought. You'd maybe find out a little bit more about how those came about, but it's kind of like, how do I have these powers? Don't know. What's he gonna do with them? Don't know. But is it fun? Yeah, it is fun.
It is
absolutely.
Yeah, it is fun.
So was this a first? Well, wait, Kristie? Did you say you rewatched this one, or was this a first time watch for you both as well?
I rewatched it today, but it was a first time watch, like as far as like recently.
Like
I had
a
never,
month ago, right?
like a month ago, exactly. Yeah, I had actually, because it just came on to Tubi. They put out their little list of new upcoming movies each month, and so last month is when they first put it on Tubi, and everyone was talking about it. And I was like, I've never even heard of this movie before, and so I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch it. And I was like, I did not expect this at all. Yeah. But because of the fact that it came out in 1979, you're kind of expecting it to be a lot more like slasherish.
Yeah, I was thinking, more R-rated at first until I saw the PG thing up there. I was like, oh. Okay.
It felt like going to the circus. I think that's the best way to describe it.
A circus show.
A circus show. But it was really good to watch. I don't know. I can't really explain it, but I just really like it. It's super weird and campy, and I don't know. It's definitely not like a perfect movie, obviously. Yeah. Like there's some really cheesy moments in it.
Oh yeah.
But I'm like, I don't care. It's so good.
But you can have so much fun with movies like that, where you're not saying it's going to be up for an Academy Award. You're not saying it's the greatest movie ever, but it's just like turn the brain off for a second and just have some fun.
Sit back and enjoy it.
I know. And that was like, when I was watching this, the whole time I was thinking, it was like, this is just some 70s campy horror fun. It's in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But now that makes me want to go back. Now that you were talking about there's an uncut or whatever version of it, I gotta go back now and watch it and see what is the difference between the two of them. But
to say something even funnier about this, because you watched it before I did, and then you told me to watch it, and I went on to Tubi, right, and I typed in Tourist Trap, and they have both versions, right. Now, mind you, at the time, like I said, I'm kind of going in blind, so I didn't even know it was just a PG movie. So I'm looking at I'm like, ooh, uncut. That's the version I definitely have to watch. I'm thinking it's uncut, like, oh, this is the bloodier, more gruesome version. I'm like, oh man, like because typically you see something uncut, it's like, oh, this is the
it's gonna everything version. No hold bar. Yeah. It's gonna go all out.
No hold bars. And I'm watching it and I'm like, oh, like what's uncut about this?
Okay, not to go off the rails, but that I had the same feeling about Megan. You ever seen Megan?
Oh, they did have like a unrated version.
I never saw it in the theater, and I bought the physical release of it, and they had the unrated or whatever uncut version of it, or unrated whatever. And that was the one I watched right off the bat, and I watched that, and it was the same deal where I was like, okay, if that's unrated, what the heck was the rated one? Because that felt pretty held back. I don't know. But no, it's kind of funny when you can watch that and be like, oh, it wasn't that crazy. Like, come on.
Right. Yep.
There is one scene though. There's obviously it's not bloody or anything. When he's putting the plaster on the girl's face,
that was
a very stressful scene.
Oh,
and him telling her like what's going to happen to like her heart, and then you're actually watching her. I was just like,
I like the way that played out. Yeah, that was really good. That was well done.
That was a really good scene.
I'm with you. That was creepy. Yeah, because he was putting it on her face and was like, okay, this is going to start reacting. Your skin's going to start burning or something like that. Like, and then I'm going to put it across your nose. You're still going to be able to breathe. You're not going to die, but you're not going to feel like you can breathe, kind of a thing. Yeah. And he's just like talking through these steps with, I'm like, okay, you're messed up.
He played the creepy. He played the creepy role really
good.
Yeah, really good.
Okay, so what's his name?
I'm blanking on it now.
Well, his actual name, I don't know. But anyways, he had to have been like, I don't know, because
Chuck Connors,
yes, Chuck Connors, that's his name. He comes off as like this, charming guy when you first meet him, and he's like smiling,
a little weird,
kind of reminds me of like what's that old school show this took place in Newberry? Y'all might probably know. I don't know. I can't remember the name of it. Is it Newberry?
Yeah. Oh gosh,
which one?
It's black. It's an old black and white TV show.
I know what you're talking about.
You're talking about like Andy Griffith show?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it. He seems like a person that would be on the Andy Griffith show, like, hey, what's your name? And then he's got this flip, personality of this really creepy dude.
Yeah.
And he even had a different voice and everything. That was just super creepy to me.
So you didn't think it was creepy when he pulled up on all the women in the
it was
pond?
Creepy, yeah.
And he had a shotgun. He's just sitting there smiling.
You having fun?
But he was acting super nice, though. That's what I'm saying. And that's probably why they felt safe enough to go with him into this random ass gas station.
Hey, Molly felt super safe. He was like, "Y'all get in my car." She's like, "Okay."
There's so many points of
this.
this.
The car quick.
There's so many points of this where you're saying like, just turn the brain off and have fun with it.
Yeah.
But there's just like, no, why you separate? Like they all kept separating from each other. Horror movie. No, like don't separate.
Walking away one by one. Yep. Go out here. Yep. One by one.
Oh yeah, come with me in my car by yourself. And some things like that. It just made me laugh, but. That's where you just have fun with it, though, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that too, where it's just like some dude rolls up with a double barrel shotgun, just sit down there, and all the girls are swimming in the water, and just like, you having fun? It's like, you're told. And then the one is like, I think he's nice.
Like, what?
What's your definition of nice there?
And they have the like super cliche foreshadowing. Oh well, he could have been I forgot what exactly she said, but she was like implying, he could have been a killer.
Oh, right.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Yeah, he does.
Yep. Careful what you throw out there. But so where does this rank for you? And I'm not saying like top horror movies or anything, but you got your campy horror movies.
Yeah.
You kind of like, I have fun with it. I'm not trying to say it's the best one ever, but how did you feel about it coming out of the whole thing, watching it? Like you'd go back and rewatch it again, or no?
I would.
I think I would, yeah, because
I'm actually surprised you say that.
Yeah, it was like one of the situations where it was like, it's not because it's weird, right? Because normally you'd be like, oh, it's so bad, it's good, but it's not really bad. It's just so cheesy and like, goofy that you kind of almost can't help but like it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that person that, maybe they're not the brightest person, maybe they mess up at work a lot or something like that, but they're just so nice. Like, you're just like, man, you're just an awesome person. It's kind of like that, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, you try, like, it's got some good stuff to it. It's got some charm.
Yeah.
This is a good one. This one's all right in my book.
Yeah.
Well, that's what, there's like so many things in that I don't know, I had to laugh about, but it's, there's like so many things too that I'm like, okay, don't think into it too much, but I'm like, okay, what's with his powers? How did he get them? What's that from? Or why is he deciding he needs to kill anybody that needs to come around that place? And I know about his brother and his wife, he kind of explains that eventually in there.
He's mad.
So I'm like, okay, I got that part of it, but why everybody else that kind of like comes through here? But, so you don't get any of that explanation. Just he's got the powers and he wants to dress up in masks and
that's it. I thought that was really good too. Like some of the the animated, like the mannequins making the noise.
Oh yeah.
Those are so funny.
I like the way they handle those effects. Like, yeah, it was so funny and goofy.
Yeah. I was just like, who came up with this?
And it was really funny.
And the noise,
like,
the sounds with it.
Yeah,
because he would like torture them almost with it. Just like keep going that. I was like, please stop. You know? And it's like, I'm gonna torture you with these mannequins.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's like they kept on doing like the
yeah.
and like their mouths would like come wide open. And
no, that was funny. Yeah.
Now there's also some kind of like plot holes in this too, though, right? Because you know, when he was like plastering her, he was like, "You'll never see again." But I could swear that some of those mannequins' eyes were
they were
looking
moving.
around. I'm like,
they were.
Moving.
Yeah, they were.
So I'm like, that's confusing. And then there's also, so here's a question for you, Corey, because I was talking to Kristie about this. You know how she was seeing real people, but it was actually the mannequins.
Yeah.
Do you think that was just like her like having a psychotic break, or was like that a part of his powers to actually make these people real in a sense? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. And I don't know for sure, because especially leading up towards the end of it, where he was like dancing around with the one mannequin, and it would go back and forth between a mannequin and like his, I'm assuming his wife that was before, you know, and like a real person. But she was also like hot and like distressed, and I don't know if it was just her, like her mind was breaking and that was him just breaking it down, or if that was some of his power that he was doing. I don't know, but that was kind of weird in certain spots where he definitely was like trying to break her down to just go with it and stay and not fight it, kind of a thing. But
because like there's that moment right towards the end where, you know, Jerry burst into the room.
Oh yeah,
goes and like takes his arm off like a mannequin.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, a mannequin couldn't have like just rolled up in there like that and played out that part. So I'm like, so is he manifesting them to, like, obviously they're mannequin, but he can like turn them real with his psychic ability? Or that was confusing.
I think that was in her head.
Yeah.
Honestly,
you think it was in her head? Okay.
I think it was because earlier on in the movie, when he's like talking to his mannequins, they're mannequin eyes. They're not. There's never any other point where they seem like real people until she's seeing them that way.
She's always on screen when they are being real.
More human. Like,
more human. Yeah, okay.
I didn't think about that. I could see that for sure.
Yeah, that part confused me. I was like, is he just that strong? Like,
because she's definitely
like X-Men level
jacked up by that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah,
yeah. And also when the scene you're talking about, when he was like knocking on the door and stuff like that, he never once like moved or like try to like keep them from coming through the door. You know, I just feel like it was probably just in her head.
Yeah, I just assumed that he's so powerful that he was just like, you can't beat me.
Right. I mean, I don't know. It could be that too.
Man, when he got it, first of all, Jerry was an idiot. Because he got the jump on him and he failed miserably. Yeah. But remember, he was on top of him. He just like threw him like, he's laying on the ground and threw him like all the way to the wall. Like, I was like, dang, that dude's strong.
Yeah, he is strong.
Been doing his presses.
Right, yeah. Yeah, so maybe he's just like, man, between me and my psychic ability, like, y'all can't touch me. Can't beat
maybe so.
But that's where part of me too. And I know it's a movie and you're like, okay, they want it to go on, but it was like, okay, if he could have done everything that he kind of was doing throughout the movie, like couldn't he have finished them like way without having any problem? But then I'm like, okay, maybe that's him having fun. You know, he's playing around with them.
Part of his ritual.
Yeah. So no, it was kind of funny with that. And then, not to skip all the way to the ending, and I'm not saying like spoiler on that, but we can talk about anything else first. But there's the final scene. It gave me such a laugh. I don't know. Her driving off, but
it looked really goofy.
It did,
but it made it funny. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
She got her friends.
With all the men. Hey, she was loyal to her friend group. You know, she's gonna get them out of there and get them some help, I guess. Yeah.
So that was the funny thing. So I did a show just before this with another friend of mine, and we did House of Wax. This one kind of gave me those vibes a little bit.
Yeah.
Where the House of Wax, they were putting them in the wax, the humans in the wax figures and like dressing them up, and it was like the actual person. This one, he was doing the mannequins of them, and they were dressed up like them. But I couldn't tell, like, okay, was he just dressing them up to look like them, or was he incorporate, like putting them in there? Like the one lady, he was putting all the stuff on her face, like the wax, or I don't know if it was wax or whatever, but I don't know. That's where
I feel like it seemed like that's what the intent was, but maybe they didn't have the budget to do that. Because I feel like there were some moments where, like the old couple, for example, they looked like people.
Yeah.
But then they had, there were moments where you saw mannequins. So I'm assuming, that's just my assumption, that that's what the intent was. The intent
almost
was
like
that.
Putting them in.
Yeah. Encasing them into something. Yeah.
That's what I thought too. Just based off the eye, the eye movement.
Yeah.
Actually the eyes, like looking at what's going on.
Yeah. I don't know.
No. That's what there were so many.
Tourist trap.
Yeah, exactly. And they probably, when they made this, they would never have known that in 2024, a couple people will be on the internet talking about like the meanings of Tourist Trap.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Now the House of Wax, though, that was a good movie, even though it had Paris Hilton in it.
There's an original, right? There's an original remake, right?
Yeah, okay, the Paris was a remake. Yeah, but there was original. But the one I was watching on my previous show was the remake with Paris Hilton. And we were talking about that, where it was kind of funny that some people were talking, I don't remember this, but some people were talking about part of the promotion, the hype of the movie was like, hey, you get to see Paris Hilton get killed. And I'm like, that's dark.
She definitely had her.
That's dark.
Error during that time.
That is dark, but that marketing team knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
I'll give them that.
And they probably got people into the theater to watch it because of it, Absolutely. So.
I haven't seen that one in a while, but I remember that movie having some pretty good special effects.
There was some good special effects in there.
For the time for that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there were some fun ones, and I would say, not to give anything away, but Paris Hilton's kill in that one, like we already said, she was like, they're hyping up. You get to see her get killed, so I'm not spoiling anything. But her kill in that, I think, was pretty epic compared to a lot of them in there. So, but I had a lot of vibes between the two of them. Where
absolutely.
Anyway, the House of Wax and now Tourist Trap. So
Yep.
Okay, so to wrap up Tourist Trap, would you be like hard recommend, or like, hey, if you want to have fun some night, watch it, or no, don't worry about it? What would you throw out there?
I would say somewhere in between this and this.
I agree with that. It's like in the middle. It's definitely like, if you don't have anything else to watch,
you're
in the mood to just watch something goofy and fun. Like turn it on. You'll
give
have
it
fun
a try.
With it.
Yeah, I would say that absolutely. It's one, like, if you like horror movies and you just want to have some campy fun, you'll have fun with it, and don't look into it too hard.
Too hard. I do want to make note that the music in this movie is really good.
It is good.
I really liked how the intro song comes on. It's got like this childish play theme going for it. It almost sounds like something you would hear on, like, I don't know, some sitcom TV show. But then throughout the movie, they have like this creepy mismatch of stuff in between. But I don't know. But it's really good. I really like the music in this one. The music, to me, really makes this film even better.
Yeah, I agree. I thought the music was good too.
Yeah.
Well, and I think we have Holland here. This was probably from a while ago, but he was throwing out another killer score by, I'm going to say it wrong. Who he said right there.
Yeah.
If that's who did the score, I think he was commenting on that he had fun with it as well.
Well, it was good.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see what else they've done, because that name looks familiar, but I don't know what else they might have like worked on that I may or may not recognize.
Yeah. So no, I had fun watching this. I'm glad you threw it out. It's one that I hadn't heard of it. So, and I'm not afraid to admit there's so many, probably even bad movies to really great movies that I haven't heard of. And it's fun to do these things where people throw them out and watch it and throw it on my list where maybe I wouldn't have seen it before. So no, I'm glad you did. And I had fun with it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I know we're hitting some time. You tell me. I'm good either way. I know we have a couple chats. We can kind of run through some of those, or you want to wrap it up?
We can spare. We can spare a few minutes to go through some more of those chats and.
Okay, you good with it?
Topic stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. No, like I said, I just want to be sensitive of your time. I mean, with everything going on and everything. So no, cool. We'll run through some of those. Steve saying Tourist Trap was low budget and awesome.
Yep.
So I'm going to apologize, people, if some of these were from a while ago, but saying hi, agree, it's a fun ride. Okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say, like, shut your mind off and just have some fun with it. Hi, y'all, so excited.
Girl, that's my buddy right there.
Oh okay. Deep Red, Perfect Blue. I was going to say that's a new name for me in here. So
welcome, thank you.
A follower of
fans
yours?
Of both those movies.
Huh?
I'm assuming they're a fan of both of those movies, Deep Red and Perfect Blue.
I didn't even look. How many times I've talked to? I have never even put it together that is a reference to those movies.
Perfect Blue, man. Hey, that's solid. I haven't seen someone bring that up in a while.
Wow, that's so funny. Yeah, that's Celine.
Thank you so much, Celine. Thank you for jumping in here tonight, and I appreciate you coming by. But cool. So definitely one of your followers then coming in here on that. So, but they're excited to hear. So now you
follow her,
or you follow her.
I follow her.
Just say you follow each other.
We follow each other.
Yeah. Either way, it's cool. Now she knows what you think about the movie. So. That's awesome. I love seeing new people around. So. Sean was saying, yeah, I think the atmosphere and the mystery behind Mr. Slauson and his telekinetic, I can't say it right, powers is what makes the Tourist Trap so fun and effective.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like his name, too. There's a scene when Molly's, like, outside holding the gun, and she's like, Mr. Slauson!
Oh, yeah.
She did do that.
And then I'm like, just run away. And then he just comes, like, walking up behind her. It's like so like Scooby-Doo-ish, you know. It's like I'm gonna come.
Yeah, that's a good way. Yeah, that's a good way to
like the old farmer coming up behind, like with the mask on. But it just made me think of that a little bit. But
it's perfect, actually.
Dirk, how we doing, man? Saying, hey, Corey and AJ and Kristie, Tourist Trap is a classic. Do you kind of think there is some ambiguity to it, and maybe it's a stretch? Have you ever thought he was haunted?
That's interesting. Because of what he did, maybe? Like,
I honestly wished I had a little more backstory of how he went so far to where he was at, like doing the dress up and the masks and everything.
Haunted that'd be interesting though.
I do love his dress ups. That one dress up where he had the blonde wig and slanted eye mask, and he came out in the hall. I was like, I love that one. That's my favorite one.
That made me laugh so hard when they were like both in the hallway and they're just like, just stand still. He won't notice we're here.
He's not gonna know that.
That's the movie's budget shortcoming. Yeah. They were meant to look more lifelike, but it's just man.
That's what I was thinking too. Because she didn't blend in
stuck
at
out
all.
like a sore thumb.
I know. Just like, don't move.
And at first I thought he was going to see her because he walked towards her.
Yeah, because the guy was going to make a move, and then he was like, no, he's not going after her. But
that was hilarious.
No, thank you for throwing that out there, Dirk.
Yeah,
good seeing you here, man.
He could.
Yeah, I never know.
Or something.
But then they didn't give you enough to know kind of the backstory of what was going on with him.
No breadcrumbs.
Yep. Saying hi to each other. I'm going to run through some of these real quick. Saying, hey, Sean, just getting in from the grind. Oh, yeah. Saying hi to each other. Yeah, we all do it, man. We all do it.
Yep.
Sorry, we'll just run through here. Good point, Corey. Just sit back and enjoy the fun, crazy movie as that it is. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you got to do that sometimes with some of them.
Sometimes,
you do.
Yes.
The
there are
flick.
lots of movies that are, deep thinking, thought provoking, that symbolize this and symbolize that. Well, sometimes you just want to have a mindless, fun movie.
And we're big fans of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey too. That is the definition
Yeah.
of popcorn horror.
Yeah.
I gotta see that. I still gotta see that
awesome
one.
and fun.
That was
This is
good.
awesome and fun. That's
So
it.
recommend.
Definitely recommend
Absolutely.
that one.
Our channel, we love it over here. Yeah.
I got to see that one. I have not seen that yet. Oh, we got Dirk sharing a little bit here saying that Tanya Roberts was probably my first crush. LOL. Yeah, she was in there. Yeah, I was just looking up. It was Becky. Yep, it was in there. So, oh, she wasn't hard in the eyes. I give you that, Dirk. I'll give you that, Dirk. Saying hi to each other, saying back and forth. Sorry.
I wonder if it was the plastering scene.
Yeah,
probably.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beastmaster 2. Oh, was she in there? Or just saying that was another good one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Sorry. I didn't mean to. It actually
Probably
bothered
talking about
me.
that scene then.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
plastering.
Yeah, that's where, sorry, I probably fall way behind. This was a while ago that was on there. But yeah, no, I could see that too. That was probably one of the more disturbing scenes.
Yeah, I think that
I
was
would say
probably
It
the
was.
most one.
Yeah, it was. That's why you
Kelly.
have to PG.
Hey,
Yeah, yeah.
Kelly.
What's
Hey,
up,
Kelly?
Kelly?
Kelly's the one who came with us to watch the Alien movie.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Kelly, thanks for jumping in here. So awesome. Don't worry, I'm here. I made it.
That is Kelly's personality all day.
That's awesome. That's usually how my family rolls. If we don't come in late, we don't come around at all, so awesome. I appreciate it. Thanks for jumping in here. So, hi, Kills. Chuck Connors.
I'll just send the
Connors,
name
yeah.
of the. Yep.
He was also in like a S ton of movies, like all through like the 60s, 70s. He was also in Roots.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Awesome. Saying hi to each other. Loved him on the old Fox Wolf show. I don't know that one.
It's probably way before our time.
Yeah, they separated, so he could run his shtick on them multiple times. Yeah,
but it was good. There was this one part where after he starts chasing Molly, right, and she takes off, but she hit him upside the head with the butt of the gun.
Yep.
And then she runs to the water, and he's in the water, and I'm like, how did he get in there?
Yes.
Psychic abilities. That's why he's able to do it.
I don't got nothing to do
He
with
could fly. He could probably fly too.
I totally did that with that scene too, because I was like, okay, how did he get in front of her and get down under the water?
Under the water, yeah.
And then be like, he always was doing his little sneaky, like, hey, you belong here, kind of coming up. But yeah, I thought the same thing with that. But that's where it's like, turn it off, and just go with it.
Don't think too hard.
Yep.
Dirk was saying, yeah, on the Rifleman, he always had a valuable moral explanation for his son, Mark. Okay.
All right.
I haven't seen that, man. I'll have to look.
Yeah, I'm not familiar.
Strange seeing him play a schizophrenic psycho.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll have to look at. I'm not familiar with him outside of this, so I'll have to check some of that out. But it is kind of weird when you see a character that is usually one thing in movies playing something completely different. I remember my my grandpa saying that about I think it might have been Leslie Nielsen, where he did a lot of some more serious roles, and then all of a sudden he was in like Airplane, and Naked Gun and stuff like that, where it was kind of like weird to see him go to kind of the funny,
comedic stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
But let's see here. Dirk was saying, definitely ambiguous. I can't say it. We'll do that. Yep. Everybody can make fun of me. I can't read sometimes, so. Mannequinized. New word. It belongs to Kristie. Pay her a nickel each time you use it. You just put a copyright on that one, right?
Yeah, I got to put a copyright on that. Put it in the new dictionary.
Hey, but when you say that, I know what you're talking about.
Yep. Everyone understood it.
Yep. That's why it works, and you're going to make so much money off of that.
Yes. Pay me.
Chuck Connors was 6'5".
Big
you
dude.
saw when he lifted that dude up the wall. It was just like,
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Michael Myers type moment.
Yeah, absolutely. That's actually what I thought about when he kind of manhandled some of them. I thought of Mike Myers there, but no, absolutely. Horror Cat Dad, thanks for jumping in. Hey there, everybody.
Cool.
Hello.
Horror Cat Dad.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool guy. The OG had Vincent Price. Oh yeah, the House of Wax. Yep. Saying hi to each other. Sorry, I'm just gonna run through these real quick. You said Vincent Price. I hear Thriller. Yeah, the Thriller. Michael Jackson's video where you got Vincent Price doing the voiceover.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Saying hi to each other. Deep Red Perfect Blue saying subscribing now. To me? If you are, thank you very much. I'm assuming you're already subscribed to these two lovely folks here, but thank you very much. We follow each other.
Yes,
cool.
we follow each other.
Oh, yeah, we got the hearts there. That's
We're on the same wavelength.
Oh, that's what I love about this. It's like, it's so cool when it's just like being out with friends and you're like, oh, hey, there's my friend over here. And you're like, oh yeah, we got this in common too. And then you start following them. So I'll have to check out. So obviously I haven't seen it yet and I'll have to write it down and check it out, but I'm assuming YouTube channel here. Deep Red Perfect Blue or no?
I feel really bad if I say I don't know if she does YouTube videos or not. I met her on Instagram.
Okay, Instagram.
Honestly.
Okay,
so I'm not sure. Let me know, Elaine. Do YouTube videos?
But that's where I was saying it's so hard. Where I followed people on Instagram forever, and it was like we were talking back and forth forever on there, and not knowing. And they're like, "Oh, have you ever checked my YouTube channel out?" And I'm like, I didn't know you had one, but it's like so hard to make those connections sometimes, and it's not on purpose. It's just It's just hard to get all that connected up to. But I'll have to, at least on Instagram, I'll have to check that out there.
She has amazing content. She does a lot of like lists, like different lists of things to watch, themed lists. I really like her lists. She's also how I met Kelly through her Discord. Cool. She does watch parties too on there.
Very cool. Well, I'll be checking that out. I got my whole list of movies to watch and people to follow here to go do it. That's why I love doing this. So Holland was saying Blood and Honey was good. Haven't seen the second.
Oh, you really like the second one. Yeah. It's even better.
If you like the first one, woo, you are in for a treat with the second one.
I haven't seen, okay, you can make fun of me, but I haven't seen either one of them, but everything I've ever heard from people is like, if you're okay with the first, the second's way better. And
because the first is extremely low budget, so they did what they could. You know what I'm saying? There's some good kills
with their budget,
but there's not great story, some good kills. But the second one has a good balance of everything. I like the story and the kills. Like they make the villains have more to say or to do, like more backstory. They almost feel like Power Ranger villains in a way because they have like. Well, one of the characters like monologues and stuff like that. They have some Nightmare on Elm Street inspirations with Freddy Krueger. And
yeah, they do.
Yeah, it's so much fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Cool. No, I'll have to check those out. I've heard so much about them, but I have not seen them yet. But
check them out.
Brian S. saying to Dell, you say Thriller, I think Ola Ray. No, okay, this is where I'm bad. Is that the lady in the video?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that okay? Sorry, that's where I'm bad. I don't know her actual name. I love Thriller though, because when I was a kid, we'd have Halloween parties at school, and I remember so many times in elementary them playing Thriller on a loop in one of the rooms, and it freaked me out. But you couldn't stop watching it. It was just so entertaining. But it was so. That was where me going way off again. But it's cool. I love music a lot too, with my name, but with that's where Michael Jackson, a lot of his videos, he infused both. You know, he had like he took it to another level on a lot of his music videos. They weren't music videos; they were short films.
They were.
They really were. Yeah, they really were. Especially Thriller.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
legit.
Amazing. Yeah. I had that on VHS, and I think I told you the story recently. Actually, I brought it back up. Like, I don't know how I think my mom recorded it. It was on TV, but they had like they showed the video, and then they had this behind the scenes thing of like, you know, how they did their makeup and all the people in their costumes. And I watched that VHS so many times that I ruined the internal tape on there. And I was so sad when I did that because I couldn't watch it anymore.
Yep.
That's a classic. That's a
timeless classic.
Yeah. I got to go back and watch that now, but that's what's cool. I think Michael Jackson single-handedly pushed music videos to a different level. Not everybody went to that extreme, but I think it shoved it way more than just like, let's videotape us playing instruments, where they were doing a short film with the things, and
like a full play performance.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, he had a whole nother vision for what that could do, and I think a lot of people ran with it, but absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, running through here quick. Dirk was saying definitely Dell just showed my 7-year-old Thriller, and he wanted to know who Vincent Price was. And Thriller is the best music video ever made. Huge nostalgia for me.
Yeah. It was so good.
But that's where, so I agree with you, Dirk. And I'm not saying you're wrong, but that's where almost it's like crosses the line of like, is it a music video still, or is it a short film or short musical, whatever you want to call it? But either way, it was shown as a music video, and I would agree with you. It tops them. I mean, the money and the production they put behind that thing.
Yeah, that was so good.
And I don't really know what music videos they've done, but I know there's a lot of like famous directors that have done music videos over time. I couldn't tell you what songs they were. I just know that there are some. I think even Steven Spielberg, did a music video or something like that.
I think he told me that.
Yeah, I think. I feel like Martin Scorsese might have done one too. I can't remember 100%, but there's somebody else who's very significant who's done directed music videos as well. So,
no, it's crazy, but that was the one that I think pushed it to that level. People weren't taking it that seriously, and he was like, "No, we can do something extra with this," and I think a lot of people have ran with it after that as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We got a couple of people saying hi. We got Deep Red saying I should be, but just making it okay. No, that's cool.
Welcome to YouTube.
Believe it or not, I just kind of stumbled into it. So whether it was a good stumble or not, we'll find out here before too long. But saying Insta, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll find you. I wrote you down here to look you up on Instagram. I'm on there too. So, I mean, to throw out there again, and I won't keep you too much. I know we're kind of running a little long here, and we'll throw here, but YouTube and Instagram, is that the best ways for people to find you and things you're doing?
Yeah, for sure. I'm also active on Twitter, but those are primary platforms right now, and they're the same. In Love with Horror, both of those.
Yep.
And I gotta say, not to call you out there, Kristie, but I just have little earbuds you can't even see. I need something like you got going on there. You got the little cat ears and everything going. I love it.
She doesn't even have the lights on because they usually have the lights on.
Yeah, there too. I feel like it could be a distraction though, so I don't turn them on. But yeah, they do light up too.
I love it. Have fun with it. This is what it's all about. So
yeah.
Absolutely. So Deep Red was saying you're making me blush.
That's my girl. That's my girl.
That's awesome. So this is what's fun about this. Now I'm going to be looking up her and checking out what she's got on Instagram, and it's fun. It gives me something else to check out and to do, and definitely love that. Brian was saying, Corey, back then Ola Ray was in Playboy and her sweater fit was very nice. LOL.
He said he had that copy.
Hilarious.
You're making me blush, man. You're making me blush. She's a beautiful woman. I'll just say that. Well, she's a beautiful woman in there. Yep. But that video was so cool, though. That's people get mad when you throw out iconic, that term on things, but the Thriller video, short movie, whatever you want to call it, it's iconic. Sure. I don't care if you get mad if I throw that word out there for that one or not, but it's one that's going to be remembered for. I mean, we're talking about it right now,
right? Yeah, yeah.
And I think it's going to be one that's going to continue to be talked about.
It's legendary. I mean, even the younger generation, like, nowadays, like, there's even memes of it. You see it all the time. The Michael Jackson where he's throwing the popcorn in his mouth, right. Like people ready for the tea type of memes and stuff. So, I mean, like, the relevance is still there. Everyone knows the dance, of course, the song. Like, that is an iconic piece of.
And people still do it, perform it.
Right, exactly. Yeah, everyone knows that jacket and everything. Like,
well, and that's the thing though too. The song by itself is iconic. Just the song, in that album too. I mean, but that by itself you'd be still talking about it. But when you throw everything else around that
all together,
oh gosh, it's another. Next level.
People know the dance and everything.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep. Like you said, that leather jacket, I wanted that so bad when I was like 80s Corey wanted that. I did not have the money for a leather jacket. I did not ever have that. But yeah, I remember I know this like goes away from even just that video, but man, he crossed over so many, like that glove and everything. Like there's so many things that kids wanted to emulate from him. And I don't know. I'm just going to say that he was an entertainer and he knew how to take it to another level.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Yeah, dude was the king of pop, man.
Yep.
It's cool. I tell people, for people that, like us and that didn't get the chance to experience like a live show from him or something like that. But
go
on YouTube, and watch some of those lives. Like people, they got to have like the ambulance ready because people are fainting in the audience of this, it's the king of pop. You know what I'm saying? Like
people talk about Elvis and then the Beatles and then there was Michael Jackson and it's just like it kept on going up a level on that. Yeah. But you'd have people just like passing out and fainting from listening to the music.
I don't know if y'all remember ever seeing this clip where that one kid like got up onto one of those lift things with him. What was he singing?
Oh, I don't know.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
What song was it? I cannot remember, but it was like this kid. I don't even know how he got on, but one of those lifting platforms, he got on there with him. Yeah. And so he had to like carry him, hold on to him while he was performing until he got back down.
Oh, that's
and
crazy.
then of course the security guards grab him off the stage or whatever. But I was just like, cause he like latched on there and then so he had to like,
pull him up
and hold him until he got back down to the ground. Yeah. And he was still singing the whole time. I was like, go ahead, Michael.
Michael was a beast, man. Michael was a beast.
Yeah. But yeah, that's hilarious. Those fans were crazy.
There's that one documentary on Netflix too. We're off track here.
Oh no,
there's that Netflix.
I'm right with you. Go.
What's the documentary called?
Thriller.
We Are the World song.
Thriller 40 or
what was that?
Oh, with all the people singing.
Yeah, they did a documentary about the creation of that song.
The We Are the World song. Yeah.
But I like to think about that because Michael, he's very musically talented. Like he can hear notes and all that stuff. When people talk about working with him and his knowledge and skills with just music in general. But it's just funny to see him in that atmosphere of, other creation with other people and stuff like that. But I just thought about that because I was like, I think the most recent thing, documentary type of thing that came out, related to Michael Jackson. But yeah, I don't know, Michael Jackson's dope, man. The music was classic.
Absolutely.
Legend.
I'd say if you haven't seen it, another really good documentary I saw not too long ago was Thriller 40 about the making of that album. That was a great documentary. I'll just throw that out there. If you can find it somewhere streaming. Thriller 40. It was a lot of people behind the scenes, the making of it, what he pushed for, the vision of the whole thing. I found it very interesting. So
that's cool. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah.
I like to go on YouTube. There's this channel where a guy has somehow gotten a lot of the masters for a lot of Michael Jackson songs, and he'll strip down the different layers. And one of the cool things is you get to hear, I think he even has some like demo ones where you get to hear Michael Jackson, like just the raw vocals singing.
Oh yeah,
on it.
Yeah.
And it sounds like just like it's insane, like how talented he was. It sounds just like the record. Like it's incredible.
That is, I'll agree with you. That is nuts when you hear those tracks and they can separate everything out, and then they just strip everything except the one vocal, and it's such a different experience hearing that one vocal just coming out. I mean, it had impact with everything else, but when you hear that solo, oh gosh, I'll have to check that out. I'll have to look that one up.
It's chilling. Yeah, look that up on YouTube. Yeah.
No, absolutely. I agree with you completely. Dirk was saying MJ saw American Werewolf and had to get John Landis to direct. Oh, that's right, because that was a big director that did help out with that.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
From American Werewolf in
I
London.
didn't know that. That makes sense now, though.
Because that transformation, that thriller transformation,
it's good.
It's freaking good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That makes so much more sense. I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I forgot all about that. Thanks, Dirk. But no, like
thank you.
80s little Corey, I was freaked out when he did that transformation, but it was good. I mean, but they talked about how much money, like he fought the whole record company on how much to spend on that thing. And I think they now look back and go like, yep, that was a good idea.
Good decision.
Yeah.
But I think he had to fight. I think he had to fight for it hard.
I believe it.
Kelly's saying no. The best music video is All I Want for Christmas is Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey. Hey, you can't do that one yet. You got to at least wait till July.
That one has withstood the test of time as well, though.
Yeah, he's starting early.
Every single year, you definitely gonna hear that somewhere.
Man, that's royalties checks forever.
Forever.
That's where you got to come up with some good like holiday song that just comes out every single year, or a holiday movie. And you just know you're gonna get some checks in the mail.
Oh yeah, I'll do it. I'll be the one-hit wonder. I'll do it.
Hey, it won't hurt my pride. I'll cash the check.
Man,
right? Exactly.
That is a really good video, man. I love that video. Yeah. That was a good video.
I forgot Wesley Snipes was in that, or I didn't know that. Maybe
I actually forgot that part too.
That's a great video. Michael Jackson had a lot of. I'll say people get mad when you throw out iconic, like I said earlier, but he had so many iconic videos. Bad was definitely another one of those.
Smooth Criminal.
Billie Jean.
That was a good one too.
That's that's a massive classic right there.
That was funny. I think I was watching. Wasn't Billie Jean with the light up sidewalk?
Yeah.
So I was watching a documentary on that one. This is me now going off on a side tangent, but I was watching a documentary. They only had so much money to only have so many of the squares light up. And so they're like, this is all we can do. And they kind of spread them out. That's all the money we have. These are the ones we can light up. And Michael Jackson was like, I'll work with it. And he like choreographed his dance to hit where they could give.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So I know it's like when he's stepping on it, but they were just like, we didn't want to have them all together, and they kind of spread them out, and he kind of did his dance to go along with the whole thing.
That's really cool. Dang.
But that's where he's like, give me what you got, and I'll work with it. And no,
I like
definitely cool.
Remember the Time music video too.
Oh, with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
I forgot about that one. I forgot.
And of course,
that one.
Rock My World with Chris Tucker. I love that music video.
Because
I'm a big Rush Hour fan. But
he can quote Rush Hour front to back.
Rush Hour 2 is my favorite comedy movie. I could recite
2? Rush Hour 2?
Rush Hour 2 is my favorite comedy movie. I could recite that movie from front to back.
That's been a long. I can tell you, it's been a long time since I've seen that. I'll have to put that on a rewatch.
Yeah, I had that DVD as I think it was like a early teenager.
Yeah,
I played it all the time.
Well, we can tell. He knows all the words.
Christie's like, no, I know.
Hey, look, she'll know. If she gets me started, I'll go. I'll recite the whole movie.
I'm like, okay, now.
Scene 2.
Oh gosh, yeah. Enter stage right. I'll have to watch that one again. I know the first one way better than the second one. I have to look back at that one. But
the
second one is the best.
Oh my god!
Is it the first one? Isn't his whole like? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Yeah.
And they do that again in the second one.
Okay.
Add more to it, and it's like their chemistry was just even better.
Yeah, the chemistry was definitely a lot better.
It is like, to me, like the perfect, 'cause, that era had a lot of comedy action movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To me, just like it perfected it. Like it's, oh man, it's so much fun.
You want to say something so bad.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. It's itching. Go ahead.
I don't want to say that.
Go.
Go ahead.
I don't have nothing to say.
Go ahead.
No,
do
go.
the Ricky Tan one.
What?
The Ricky
It's
Tan.
like,
Go ahead.
That's Ricky Tan. Man, that's a bitch in the bathroom.
That is on my watch list again. I got to go back and watch that one. Yeah. And I'll be like, that's what AJ was saying.
Oh, man. Especially when Jackie, where Lee thought, Carter's character had died and then that ship. Yeah. And he's like, Lee's got that triad person pinned up against the wall. He's like, a detective died today. And, Carter comes on the corner. Who died, Lee? He said, you. He said, who? You. Detective, you? No, you. And that's when they do do you understand the words that come out of my mouth? Yeah. Man, no one understands the words that come out of my mouth.
Oh, gosh, I got to go back and watch that. I know I've seen it, but, man, it's been forever. I mean, it might have been since it was in the theater, maybe even. But I'll have to go look at that one. Kristie, I love that. I told you. I love that. But that's what's so...
You made me do it. You're like, I know you want to say something.
You were itching. I saw it on your face.
She saw you twitching, and she just pushed you over the edge a little bit with that. But that's awesome. But that was so cool, though. You got those movies that just, like, hit you, whether it's funny or sad or whatever. I mean, that just get you, and you hear them, and you just get going.
Yeah. Put you in a good mood.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. So, worst case scenario out of this whole night, hopefully you just had a little bit of a good mood with talking about movies and hearing me go on my tangents here and there. But no, that's awesome. Like I said, I've already been writing my list of things I'm going to be watching, and now Rush Hour 2 is on there to rewatch. Absolutely. Yeah. So,
well, one more thing to add to that list.
Yeah, go.
Because we're just talking about all movies.
Yeah, go.
John Wick. Yep. Are you a John Wick fan?
Yep.
Okay, that's all I need to hear.
Okay, but don't give me too much faith yet, because I own 4 and I have not watched it yet.
Okay. Well, yeah, you got to watch it. Yeah, I recently just had her going.
Kristie just gave me a look of disappointment, I think.
Well,
go ahead.
You liked them all.
I do like. I did like 4.
We haven't watched 4 yet.
Oh, which one? I didn't like 3. I didn't like 3.
Yeah, you didn't like that one as much. Which I think 3 is the weaker. The 4, but 4 is like, it's excellent.
And watching them with him is an experience. He's like, oh, look at this. Oh, wait for this.
Get ready.
Get ready for this. I'm like, okay, just let me watch the movie.
You're like, I got this.
Did you see that? Yep. He loves
That's
John
Wick.
Oh man.
See, that's what's weird. I enjoyed it, and I like the first 3, but I just, like I said, I own the 4th one, but I have not gotten around to watching it yet. I don't know why, but
add that to your list. That's why I brought it up, because you're building your list.
Yeah. Oh yeah, got to throw more on there.
And since we always talk about horror, we don't always get the chance to talk outside of it.
Yeah.
So
when he gets a chance, he's like, well, let me talk about this real quick. Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to drag you on too much longer, but that was going to be one of my questions, though, was if you're not watching a horror movie, what's a genre that you go to?
I don't know.
And it can be different. It can be different.
I feel like we watch a lot of everything.
Yeah, we really do.
I think also I'm a mood watcher, so it's kind of like, for me, it's whatever I'm in the mood for at the time. And he hates that.
That's true.
Because he's like, oh, let's watch. I'm like, I'm not really in the mood for that,
Makes it very difficult to finish shows
Yeah.
that way. Like Shogun, we still haven't finished it yet.
Yeah, because I'm not always in the mood to sit for a whole hour and watch the show,
Yeah.
But yeah, so it kind of like, I kind of flip-flop. So sometimes I'm like heavy in like rom-coms, and then sometimes I'm just like in my fantasy kick. So like I really like Harry Potter, or I'll put it like this: like I have my comfort watches, like stuff I like to watch over and over again. Whereas he doesn't like to rewatch a lot of things, except for like John Wick or Rush Hour, right? There's a lot of stuff he doesn't like.
Rush Hour 2.
He's he's like, I don't want to watch this again. Like, I don't like to rewatch stuff.
Yeah,
Whereas
it has to be really
like
good for me to
Yeah,
rewatch it.
I like rewatching things. Sometimes I just want to relax, and that relaxes me. Like, for me, it's Jurassic Park. I can watch that back to back, like literally, like it goes off, and I'm like, okay, I can rewatch that again.
The original, the first,
number one, yes.
Okay, yeah. Yep. I'm just making sure. Just want to make sure. Okay, no, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, whereas he's like, oh, I'm so tired of this, or do we gotta watch that again? You know, like, so I'm just kind of like in between. But and he's really like in Marvel, Star Wars. We like all those things, you know.
Yeah. I've been less Marvel lately just because I feel like they're kind of they're in a dip right now.
We like the old Marvel.
Yeah. I used to be big on the old Marvel stuff though.
Like up till Endgame or kind of.
Yeah, I would say even some of the stuff after Endgame was good.
Okay.
But then maybe like after Multiverse of Madness, the last Doctor Strange, it was just kind of like Even Star Wars, like I really like the old Star Wars stuff. Not really big on the new stuff though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like sci-fi, action.
Mm-hmm.
I love good action stuff. Like if it's just people just getting tore up, like I'm all about it. Yeah. That's why I'm such a big John Wick fan.
I like a good drama.
Do you want to cry? Do you want to cry?
Yeah, she likes
super
emotional stuff.
What
like
is with that?
Maestro was one of my recent watches that I was so enthralled. But I know a lot of people didn't like that movie, and I was like, "This is so good." Yeah. I like emotional stuff like that. Yeah. I don't know.
I'll have that with my wife and my daughter. I'll walk into the room, just not know what's going on. They're looking at the TV. They're both just crying. I'm like, is everything okay? Like, this movie's really sad. And I'm like, do you want to shut it off? And they're like, no, it's really good. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to walk back out.
Where we were both kind of like teary-eyed.
Baby Reindeer.
Baby Reindeer.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody else was just talking about that one. I have not seen
that. Yeah, it was a show.
There
was a moment. I'm not going to, no spoilers, right?
Yeah.
But there's a moment the character has with his parents.
Yeah.
And it was just like, man, the performances in that scene.
I was like, oh my God.
Wow. I was like, she's usually the crier. I don't usually ever cry movies.
Right.
Even then, I think even mine's got a little water. I was like, wow.
Were you just like, something's in my eye?
Something's up there all of a sudden. I don't know what happened.
Pollen counts up or something.
Yeah. It was really surprising because of how the series starts as well. Like, it doesn't give you that vibe that you're going to expect to cry by the end.
Yeah, it was a very, you get those scenes in movies or shows that are like just the performance, obviously performance driven, right? Where they're super powerful and it feels so real. Yeah. And it was like one of those moments, Yeah. I always think about one of the ones I like to go to that actually like really like affected me. Like, and I would say like an emotional crier level was the scene with Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar when he's watching the videos of his kids aging. Mm-hmm. The acting in that, like, I remember watching the theaters, man, you could have heard like a piece of paper drop on the ground. It was so quiet and like people sniffling. It was just like, man, this is the saddest thing I've ever seen. Like, the performance was so powerful, It's
like, you don't cry for this, you're dead.
Right. Ooh, another good scene is that one with Will Smith when he was
Pursuit of Happiness.
Pursuit of Happiness when he was in the bathroom on the floor with his son.
Now that I cried, I was like, "This is
a ball of water.
This is next level." I don't know if you remember that, Corey, when in Pursuit of Happiness when
I don't.
He had his son and he was in the bathroom and he kind of had to like hold the door shut so they could like, sleep in there. They had nowhere to sleep.
So they slept in a public
and he was
bathroom.
holding his son, he was just crying, and I'm just like, "This is just brutal."
Next level.
Yeah. Hey. Will Smith, man, that dude, the performance was just on a different level.
Super good.
Yeah.
Well, I think some of those too, it just hits you different when you have kids your own, of your own. Like, not saying
That's
somebody
true.
couldn't be moved by it that doesn't have kids, but I think some of there's like Interstellar too. I mean, there's some of those scenes where I'm just like thinking my own kids, it's like, it's like tearing you up a little bit, but
yep, absolutely. Sorry, I got us way off track.
You did.
No, you're good. Jane Doe was just saying she likes to rewatch just in case she missed Easter eggs. But
That's a fair point.
That's good.
That's a good point.
Easter eggs or even just sometimes plot points. I thought, like we were talking about Interstellar, I thought that was good for me on a rewatch as well.
Oh, it
kind
was,
of catching some different things.
Especially movies that have a big reveal.
Del.
Oh yeah,
sorry.
Oh, out of boredom.
It was not boring.
I love Del. I love Del.
Out of boredom.
Hey, but you'll get back with him. He said pursuit of happiness is awesome.
Yeah. Now we're friends again.
You separated, now you're back. Oh, that's awesome. I agree, Del.
He said agreed, Del.
Shows, I got to call it a night. Thanks for stopping in, man.
Thanks for
stopping in.
Thanks for joining us. That's
however
awesome.
much time you can. But I want to keep with your timetable. Do you want to start wrapping it up, or do you?
Yeah, we can start wrapping it up.
Okay. Yep. No, that's cool.
She'll tell you. I'm like you, Corey. I can just keep going. I'll find something else to talk about.
You wind me up. You wind me up, and I just keep going. And you just got to be like, no, Corey, bring it back down. So, well, I'll just say this. I've enjoyed spending my time with you tonight, and I appreciate you taking your time. Time is precious. We only have so much of it, and so I appreciate you taking a bit of that and hanging out. So I know not to make you drag on longer, but I know we originally changed our time, and one thing I wanted to hit on, and not to take it too much longer, but it sounded like you had a pretty cool opportunity come up for this weekend that you're going to be taking part of.
To
Crypticon.
Brain fart. Yeah, super exciting. One of our mutuals has a connection, and so yeah, we kind of like heard about it through her and kind of linked. We're going to be linking up with her, and she's actually hosting some panels, and so yeah, that's how we got invited. So we're kind of excited about going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
well,
so
okay,
a convention.
It's our first time ever going to a convention at all.
Yeah.
So we're excited about that factor, and then also kind of just like learning different things and meeting new people. But yeah, super exciting.
That sounds really cool to me. So when you like reached out and we were like, can we move the date? Because I'm like, yeah, well, that shouldn't even be a question because that sounds like way more cooler than hanging out with me for a night. But I'm excited for you.
I just want to make sure that I'm not like, I know how, it's important to respect other people's
absolutely.
shows and what you got going on.
Yeah,
so I'm always like, I hope he's okay with that.
No, absolutely. I appreciate, that's how I would approach it as well. And so I agree with you. But when you said that, I was like, oh, heck yeah, I'd be all over that too. Like, that's cool to be able to be a part of a convention, a con like that. And I'd be really excited are you going to do anything on your channel to talk about your interaction with the con or like do any video or anything about it?
That's our plan to
cool.
do an overview, and then hopefully we get some interviews too. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. We'll definitely have some content related. I think it just depends on kind of what we can, who we can connect with, what we're able to do.
Yeah.
But there'll definitely be some even if it's just like us talking about our experience there'll be some content related to Crypticon. But yeah, if you are in or near the Seattle area this weekend, come check out Crypticon. We'll be there. Maybe we can meet up. So
yeah, that'd be dope
for all the viewers and listeners out there.
I'm a little ways from there, so I won't be able to make it. But I'll watch for a video because honestly, when you talked about that, I was like, that sounds like such a cool experience that I want to know more about it. And so selfishly, I would say like, I would love to see a video from you talking about your experience there, or, even if it's just your personal experience, things doing, even if it's not an interview with somebody else, if you get that, cool. But if not, I'd love to hear your insights, your whole experience with the whole thing. So.
Absolutely. So it's some really cool. I'm talking some really cool panels at Crypticon that we're going to be checking out.
Yeah, we're really excited.
They got some really cool panels. Of course, there'll be like the celebrities there, like actors and actresses. I anticipate those lines to be very long. I don't know if I'll be standing in those lines, but the usual convention stuff.
I don't get a lot of stuff around me really close with that. I'm kind of in the middle of the country in rural area, but I want to go to a convention, a con, like so badly, like horror con or, like anything. Like, honestly, it's just, I think there's such an energy around when you get so many people that are excited and interested about the same thing, like together with that. It's just kind of fun to go and just soak it up. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, well, I know I took you longer than we originally talked about, so I appreciate it.
No worries.
If you don't mind holding on just for a little bit here, but I'll just say, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Whether you're live or doing a live or a rerun of this, I appreciate it so much. But make sure, go check out AJ and Kristie in Love and Horror, YouTube, Instagram. They got some great stuff going on there. I love watching your stuff. And like I said, I'll be looking forward to seeing what you got coming from the con you're going to be going to here. So
awesome. Thank you.
But thank you so much for hanging out tonight.
Yeah, no, thank you for having us on. This was a blast. You know, she'll tell you, I just like to talk about stuff. And
Me too.
It's cool that you and I are on the same page and we just be rambling. And it was cool for us to like go off on different, different paths, side paths here as we go through the conversations. But it's fun talking about everything. And again, thank you for having us. And shoot, we look forward to the next time and be on the lookout for all the stuff we got coming out, especially the con stuff. But thanks again. Yeah,
looking forward to 2K. Like I said, I think the first time I started talking to you guys, you were like around 800 and you're like 1.3 by the time we got around to the show. So that's awesome. I love it. I love seeing good people putting out fun stuff and having a good time with it and succeeding with it. So it's cool. Many more successes, many more subscribers, hopefully in the future.
We appreciate that. Same to you. We appreciate that.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So everybody, thank you so much for hanging out, and we'll be talking to everybody here really soon. So I appreciate